night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Now let me see you whack. Drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor then. Now lean
it's nothing. Everybody call me Big Pimpin'. No, I ain't bluffing. I'm with your mom in the kitchen, making blueberry muffins.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
I remember when I lost my mind.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Oh man, it's rainy, wet, and nasty outside today again. God bless it. I'll tell you what. One day this hip is good, and the next day it feels like it's like taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back with this fucking thing. I don't know, man. I'm mobile, but it hurts today. I think the weather's got some shit to do with it. It's right down there in the joint, and yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Donkey balls, man. Look at all these people I got in here. David Koresh is here. Heron Song, Illuminomic. Let's see. Deborah's here. Good to see you, Deborah Clark. Lisa Marie Tattersall. Good to see you as well, dear. She's having to deal with this wet weather too, and Teddy probably wanting to go out in it, and nobody wants to bring a wet dog back in the house. That's not fun. We got Veronica Joseph here with us. Pasandetta, I guess. Back in the day, slaves were raped, beaten, and sold away from their families. There's no comparison. And also, they ate the worst food. Well, it depends on what slaves you're talking about in that respect. Are you talking about African-American slaves? Are you talking about slaves of the Romans? I believe that a lot of that would be dependent upon the person who subjugates them to servitude as well. Some, as I understand, slaves were treated very well, but actually the word slave derives itself from the word Slav, and the Romans would take Slavs into servitude after conquering their lands, and that's where that whole thing came from. It's not right to subjugate anyone to servitude, and all contracts must be voluntary. Keep that in mind, people, all the time. Look at there, David Koresh. He knows. He's down with it. Look at here. We got Mojo's in here with us too. The literate scriber, all these people. So maybe you have heard, maybe you have not. There were shots fired outside the White House today. And it didn't take me long to figure out that this was most likely a false flag and an intimidation on Trump by Israel. Over what's going on with this Iran thing. I think it has a lot to do with this whole thing, everybody having to scramble back to Washington, D.C., the vice president, all these other fucking people, and cancel Memorial Day plans and shit that they had. I think this is highly tied to it. I think I said something was going to go down over this fucking Memorial Day weekend, but this ain't the end of it. Now, and guess what? This is all I needed to know, right? Boom. Some trans leftist shooter. All I'm waiting for is they're going to find a manifesto. I think he hit an innocent bystander from what I understand. But I guess he just kind of rolled out there and started shooting at fucking Secret Service at a checkpoint, and I guess they returned fire. And from what I can gather, I guess they killed the guy or something. He's been identified as this transvestite. It's always a trans. See, right off the fucking bat what this is just by the narrative. Okay, just by the narrative, you already know what the fuck it is. It's no mystery. Come on. But yeah, I've got some cool shit about that. And of course, it wasn't any time at all before the fucking Lego video came out about it. I couldn't believe it, man. So usually I start off with the news report, but these are almost just as good, and they're a little more entertaining, in my opinion, than the news bimbos and prostitutes. So let's see what this is. I haven't watched it full through, but I was like, oh my God. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I can't believe they've come out with a fucking Lego thing with this already. Holy shit.
Yeah. Shots at the White House.
Shots at the White House. Shots fired outside. 30 rounds in the night. Press going live. White House lockdown time. Something is cooking. You can feel it in the air. Netanyahu pulling strings. He wants this war, I swear. Reporters standing there doing the evening live. Suddenly shots ringed out. Everybody died. Secret Service Russian panic on the lawn. Trump inside the building while the chaos is on. White House on lockdown. Counter snipers on the roof. Whole world watching. What the fuck is the truth? Timing feels crazy with Iran on the brink. Bibi wants the war. That's what everybody thinks.
Drums of war beating. We hear them loud and clear. We do not want war,
but the choice ain't ours, my dear. Shots fired outside. 30 rounds in the night. Press going live. White House lockdown time. Sacred defense watching while you play your game. Iran ready. We ain't going down in flames.
Sacred defense.
We see the strings.
We waiting. Sacred defense.
So I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, even there, boom. And I hadn't seen the whole thing through. I didn't know that they were on the same angle, that it's fucking Bibi pulling the strings, man. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, it is. Here's the shooter, apparently, and this is right before it happened. It says, let me pull this up here real quick. It says, just in 30 shots were fired outside the White House. The suspect has been neutralized. I guess that means killed. See, there's like what George Carlin was talking about, right? We softed it out, neutralized. Sounds better than, blown away or killed or whatever. I mean, people have to censor the word kill and shit out of their videos or they won't be monetized. It's like, what the fuck kind of soft pussies are we dealing with in this world today? But it says it was identified as Wilma, born William Sexton. Sexton, really? A trans Democrat activist angry about a possible peace deal between the U.S. and Iran. How about that?
What's up?
What's going on, buddy?
How you been?
A manifesto was found on his body, but not yet released. Okay, so we have all the marks of a false flag right there. We have a manifesto. We have a trans left activist. Come on. We got his picture. Here's where the reporter was.
President Trump has said a deal is.
She was recording this shit, and this is when the shots rang out.
Yo, stop real quick. I was gonna say, did you see like 2 or 3 days ago there was just a mass shooting at a mosque with a trans shooter and his boyfriend. I just literally did a live stream on my channel about that shit, and yeah, there's gonna be some crazy psyops coming, man.
I think that Trump has this has got all his earmarks on it too. Listen, I think trans is weird as fuck, right?
I was gonna say
he's got a vitriol hatred about it. How many times? I mean, even to those kids, he had to bring up men and women's sports to them, and they're like, come on, man, dude.
Yeah, I think some of this stuff is well, there's this thing, I don't know, it's called the Order of Nine Angles, this crazy cult. And the shooting that happened a couple of days ago, I think is connected to that shit. But there's I think they're planning like some type of psyop race war, like the Chud the Builder stuff. And then the stuff with like Trump giving money to all those people January 6th. I think they're planning some crazy shit.
Well, sure. You've heard what I've said before. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the king and his advisor, right? Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, the king says, look, the people are angry and they've got their pitchforks and their torches. What should we do? And the
And shit doesn't
advisor
even make
says,
sense.
we don't have to do anything except convince the pitchfork people that the torch people want to take away their pitchforks. You see, then they start fighting each other. Is the closer we get to wanting to fucking thrash the government, and the more noticing that's taking place, they have to sow the chaos amongst everyone else. It's a classic divide and conquer. Divide the masses, because the masses, regardless of political lines, regardless of gender, regardless of any of that, are starting to realize what the fuck is going on, and they can't have that. So they're going to pit these people against these people. They want you desperately to think that you're being taken over by Islam, by being taken over by Muslims.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
No, you're actually already taken over by fucking Jews.
Yep.
Okay, that's just the reality of it. So you live in occupied, Zionist occupied America, ZOG, Zionist occupied government. We are not the United States of America anymore. We are run by select few oligarchs and technocrats that all just happen to be fucking or call themselves Jewish. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Nobody does.
Yo, you know what didn't make sense either? What the fuck is? Why would it be a Nazi? Why would somebody be a white supremacist Nazi trans shooter? That doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Of course
When
it does.
since when do like
The Nazis
white
did not
supremacists
support the
become
trans. Yeah, the
become
Nazis.
trans?
Listen, the Nazis did not support trans shit.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so it is nonsense. And this is how you know that this was born of Jews. Okay, this was all a false flag. I mean, they got a manifesto, right? Okay, all right, that's already a hallmark right there. Trans left wing. They already know everything about the fucking guy or thing. Here's when the shots rang out. Check this out.
That President Trump has said a deal is close, only for the two sides to remain far apart.
Oh, live TV.
That President Trump has.
That's a lot of gunshots, man.
Jesus.
And this is supposedly the guy. That's the shooter.
What the? This shit is crazy.
Yeah. Come on, man. They always have a picture of him with the gun like that. Oswald, they always got.
How many of these shootings is going to happen? Like, this has been like since the last couple of years has been the same MO.
Yeah.
So what is she shooting at? So what is she shooting at? Or just randomly just opening fire? Like just hoping that you hit Donald Trump or what? Are you still there, Sav, or did you drop out? Or is that me? You there, Truth?
Dropped out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
He'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it weird that you just show up at the White House and just shoot stray bullets and not have, like, how do you know this probably, I shouldn't even say this stuff on here. I don't want to get the channel.
But two trans shootings in a month? That doesn't even make any fucking sense. And then the first one, they committed suicide and recorded it on live. Like, that shit was sick. And the shit looked fake too. Like, AI manifesto looked created with AI, and then like the video looked like it was filmed on a potato.
Yeah, all these are all fake. None of these shootings are real.
You're telling me you steal your parents' guns in the car, and then the cops know about it, and with all the cameras, it took over hours for them to find you after the shooting happened, and you were already dead.
Dude, we're talking about DC here, right? You got biometrics around where I live, which ain't nothing compared to Washington, D.C. This person would have never got within an inch of the White House knowing that they had weapons with them. Or even, it's just ridiculous. Uh-oh. It's the Cubby Show now, guys. How's it going? Let's talk to the crowd, Heron. Hey, how's it going? Fuzzy Booger, Jeeps. Could be just talking to myself for all I know. Chilling. What's up, my man?
I got it.
Okay, he's back.
I got it. Damn thing rebooted on me. Fucking shit. I saw the screen go dark and I went, oh, fuck. No, he was asking what was he shooting at. I'm going to get to that.
Yeah.
I think he was just shooting at, he shot at the Secret Service checkpoint or whatever.
What's the point of that?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea.
What was Hannah? Oh, Gord had put a link. I threw it in the private chat. I have no idea what it is, but I just threw it back there anyway.
Where'd dude go?
I don't know. He dropped about the same time you came back.
Oh no shit.
He had internet issues too when I was talking to him. It's kind of glitching, so I don't know. Might be the subject. Who knows, right? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that
kicked right off.
Up. I just went.
Oh, great. Now you guys know I'm the agent. I'm the only one that can stay on. Shoot. Maybe I got dropped I got put on a mask. I'm going to have to put on a mask and go on Fox News.
Yeah, there you go. I got a devil mask.
Yikes.
So I'm looking at, there's so many cops around at this thing, right? And I was looking at all these cops and shit. And I was like, okay, all those police, but they didn't stop this. It still happened, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What that exemplifies my point. They're not proactive. So their answer will be, we need to tighten up security and have more police.
Yeah.
It's going to get to the point, what? Everybody's going to have a fucking cop in their back pocket?
We're the only ones responsible enough to have guns.
Listen, they're going to have that. With this AI fucking surveillance and shit, that's exactly what they're going to have. You're going to have, everybody's going to have a cop. Everybody's going to have a cop with them at all times. Now imagine that. Imagine your life right now with a cop by your side every waking moment, every sleeping moment. There's a cop right there by your side at all times. Think about how that's going to be, because that's what it is. It's exactly what it is.
Nice.
We've come to that. We've come to that, man. So there's two people with shot.
Well, we're starting to get what may be a richer picture here, but what we are told is this is a 21-year-old individual. He has been identified to law enforcement. He has not been identified by law enforcement. So we're not going to be putting that identification out. But he was walking on 17th Street, across the street. It appears he may have been crossing the street towards one of the security checkpoints when we are told, and again, this is all preliminary information. I want to underline that. We're told he reached into a bag, and we've seen a bag when we look at those crime scene photos, like a messenger bag. Mm-hmm. He reached into a bag, pulled out the gun, and opened fire in the direction of this security checkpoint staffed by Secret Service officers who responded immediately and returned fire. And that is what we are given as an update as to what they're putting together based on interviewing the people, looking at the videos, and so on. So that is a little more detail than we had before. And just the fact that he has now been identified by law enforcement. They know who he is. He's apparently 21 years old.
Okay. Yeah. And that is, you're right, a bit more detailed than we had obviously previously had. Okay. Stand by. We will check back.
He was suffering from transgender rage. He wants to be able to be in women's sports. And he thinks the only way to do it is to randomly shoot at a Secret Service fucking checkpoint. What? Tell me how any of that makes any fucking sense at all.
Did you hear what I was saying before you left about the biometric? About the biometric? How did we got a decent amount of flock cameras, and I'm sure biometrics is all over around here. But in DC, that's going to be everywhere around the White House. And the fact that you can believe that anybody would get anywhere close to that place with all the biometrics, flock cameras, and whatever else AI technology they got, they wouldn't sniff the White House. miles without them knowing if somebody was coming.
Yeah, you just can't buy it. They've been lying lately a lot. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Like
it's all tests.
Here's some other shit from it too.
It's getting easier to figure out too. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean,
let's see.
It's expected but weird.
I mean, come on. You got to tell them. You got to be. That this thing just stinks of fucking stupidity. Here's some guy was trying to tape his thing up in front of the White House when it happened too.
They threw it on Memorial Day weekend because nobody's paying attention. Everybody's, barbecuing or whatever.
Right. Well, people are kind of paying attention because the fact that Trump canceled weekend plans and went back to the White House, some kind of an emergency meeting taking place. Then there was some shit about that he might have reached an agreement with Iran, which basically is not favorable to Israel at all. Israel wasn't even included in the talks, and they're kind of pissed off. And I think this whole thing was kind of like an intimidation tactic by Israel. I really do. How dare you buck us?
Republican support on Capitol Hill is weakening.
Yeah, make sure you take off your microphone first.
Well, I mean, those shots are so fucking far away. I hear gunshots closer than that all the time.
I know, me too.
Fuck. Are you coming back?
No.
Chang.
Something wrong.
Dude, I was watching Bonanza a little while ago, and you remember their house servant, Hop Singh?
I do. My grandpa used to watch that show religiously.
That little, yeah, man, that was the shit. Little Hop Singh. Dude, you couldn't get away with that these days, man. There's no
it was Bonanza and Gunsmoke.
Yeah, those are great, man. Those are great. I've been watching reruns of Bonanza lately. And it's like, man, this was a good show. It was.
Yeah, I go through spurts.
Fucking show. And that's a long time ago. Shit, I was a kid when that was on. Yeah, my grandfather and my uncle would watch that show religiously. Every week when it was current. They wasn't going to miss it.
How come you're not on your, like, we can't see you on the screen?
What's that?
How come we can't see you on the screen? It's just like the moon, a fraction of the moon.
What? I can't be. I'm not seen.
Unless it's just me.
It's just you, Toby, because I can see him.
Oh, yeah, you can see him. Okay, it's just my. All right, no, we're all having troubles here. All right, go ahead.
That's some
Continue
weird
on.
shit going on, bro. I don't know what's going on.
I can't see you.
Oh, there's
Oh my God,
somebody running.
So what happened today? I missed it. I was busy working on the truck.
Well, apparently a transvestite. There's some people running. There's some more people running.
This shit looks retarded.
Where'd Kobe go?
What the fuck?
He probably popped off to come back on. But apparently a dude, a leftist transvestite opened fire on the White House today.
Nice.
Or on Secret Service agents at the White House today.
Oh, well, I expected that kind of. That would be the only thing I could think of throw at you. They got to have that political slant to it, too.
Well, did you see, here, let me give you a load of what the dude looks like.
So did they say that person like walk up or some shit? Or because I've been there in DC in front of there. There's no way you're getting close. Walking around with a gun anywhere down.
You gotta go through like 20 checkpoints.
You're going straight to jail.
And of course, there was a manifesto, Roger. So what do we know about this already? This is a false flag bullshit.
Absolutely. And
Exactly.
look, it's crippled too. So,
I mean, look at their fishnets, wearing fishnets, a skirt, internet princess, kind of like tube top thing.
Yeah.
Glober for sure.
Yeah.
those
Oh yeah.
motherfucking-
Absolutely. You
They
can
got
tell
snipers
everything.
on those roofs watching everything. There's no way. That person's not smarter than the fucking Secret Service.
Well, apparently,
Can you stop showing this?
Yeah, please.
Apparently, the Secret Service knew of this guy, and oh, what did I do? Shit, I went to. Oh, wait, damn it! All right, hang on. Went backwards. No. Apparently, Secret Service knew this guy, and they'd had encounters with him or something before. That's what I heard. One thing saying. I don't know which one it was.
It sounds like they made this person who he is.
Listen, man, this whole thing's a bunch of horse shit. I can guarantee you that. There's a little Indian guy.
Fucking training assassins, man. What the fuck?
It's a ringer.
They keep bullets in their lipstick.
They come to an all-time low.
Oh, last night we were looking at Einstein's equivalency, and mass does not attract mass according to Einstein.
Well, no, why would it?
I know. It's weird.
I mean, think about that from a logical standpoint. Has anybody ever seen two objects drawing together merely by volition of their existence?
Nope. But he has another excuse for his crap, though. It's worse.
It's worse. I know. Space-time says, oh, it bends light. Now, wait a second. The only way to bend light is massless.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a thing. It's just energy.
Yeah.
So to bend it requires a medium, a fluid medium of some sort. Okay. So are you suggesting now that space is some kind of a medium?
Oh, yeah, probably.
That it has physicality? Then it can't be a vacuum, because a vacuum is the deprivation of matter. So you suggest them to suggest that there is a medium means that it is not a vacuum.
Well, that would make more sense that it actually has its own medium that it rests in, you might say.
It's obviously a fluid then too.
Yeah. Strange.
Yeah. So listen, Eddington and his little star trails, the fucking dishonest son of a bitch excluded any data that didn't go along with his hypothesis.
Of course. I mean, that's the way they do things. If it doesn't fit there, they don't tell you about it, and then you find out about it. Like Homer's equations didn't match up 350 years from the time he did it. It still don't. So. No, Romer. Sorry, that's who it was. Romer. Yeah, the astronomer. He determined that the speed of light was wrong.
Well, does it really even have a speed? I mean, I'm just saying, you know, and is that speed constant? Does that speed diminish with attenuation?
I think it does.
See, because over distance, I mean, it's going to start to poop out. I would imagine it poops out in intensity. Why wouldn't it poop out in speed as well?
Absolutely, it'd have to. If the intensity is out there, the force that's causing the light, it would actually diminish, and it would lose acceleration, or whatever you want to call it. I don't think light.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. How can something massless travel? What the fuck? That makes no. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they don't.
What is it? What is light? What is light? They got it, bro. Oh, it's photons. Well,
sure.
Yeah. What is it? What's a photon? What is that made out of?
Well, you put it in cannons and you put it on the Star Trek.
Whoa, you're in space.
Whoa.
Yo.
Who are we getting that echo from?
It's coming
I
from
guess truth.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me
It's
fix
pretty
this
cool,
shit.
actually, though.
He's trying to come on a
Whoa.
different thing.
He's on twice. There he is.
He's
again.
split.
I was having problems with the freaking stream.
Yeah, we're having problems with Restream and StreamYard, man. Everybody, no matter which one I pick, it's like hard for people to stay in on the stream.
You don't have to do this, Saab, but I think it'd be interesting. You should do a poll and ask people what they would like to hear about, like geopolitics, religion, flat earth, or other.
What's the other?
I'm curious. It's just, I don't know, just whatever.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Because people are getting a little put off by some things, I guess.
I'm just interested to see kind of where that poll would fall.
Yeah, get the masses on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we're going to do it, right?
I know that. If you want to do it, you can.
What do they want to talk about? Paper mache, Brick Lane.
Let's see. Ask a question.
Ask a question.
Wait a second.
What
Yeah,
would
because
you
that
want
kind
to
of
talk
limits.
about, Roger?
I don't know.
Sure.
Let me think about how to word this.
Yeah, it was just an idea.
Let me think about how to word this.
It's going to be a tough one.
Because I'll tell you one I don't like at all is if people fucking argue about religion.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm just curious as to what people.
I can't stand that shit. It's like both of you coming from a fucking unprovable position.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, which are better, green unicorns or purple unicorns? You know, it's like, what the fuck are you arguing about? You know, it's like, I can't
Yeah.
prove that either one exists. You know, I'm just saying your belief system's your belief system, you know, and people get too caught up in that fucking minutia. You know, they get way caught up in that minutia. It's like, God, just be fucking good. You know, just be fucking decent. Just be good. Don't fucking treat other people the way you want to be treated. You know, if you come to a dilemma, you're pretty familiar with who Jesus was and what he stood for. Just ask yourself, man, I wonder what he'd do in a case like this, man. What would be his advice to, I think? You know, and you might even be able to find it in the Bible. But, you know, I mean, it's just basically common sense decency. And so many people get so caught up in the fucking world they can't practice that.
Yeah.
You know? And they get caught up in this, if I belong to this club, so I'm going to go to heaven. It doesn't mean that at all, because you're an asshole as soon as you come out of that building.
Yeah, I think people get hyper fixated on one thing, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like I kind of like a little bit of everything, as long as it don't get like you're talking about crazy hyper fixated. You know, like my ideas and beliefs are the ones that are right, and you're an idiot and all that.
Right.
Stuff. But
well, it usually happens when somebody gets into a corner where their belief system becomes untenable.
Yeah.
Right. It's not able to be like when I was asking that guy, you know, is that fucking Jew a religion or a race? And he said it's both. I said it can't be both. Religions are not races. Okay, you can't, and there's no religion exclusive to a race.
Yeah.
So what is this identity of Jew? What does that mean? Then he started to go on about this shit. Thousands of years ago, the people come living in Judea. And I'm like, well, then how come you don't look anything like the people that have lived there for thousands of years?
Wait, somebody really said it was a race?
Yeah, yeah.
No way somebody's that fucking stupid, bro.
He was a Jew.
He ain't the only one, but yeah.
Bro, that's like third grade knowledge, though.
Well, they say it's racist to say anything about a Jew. Derogatory. They say that's racist. Right? So what is that? What race is it? I mean, if it's from Judea, then they should be the same fucking race as the people that live there now. Palestinians, Egyptians, Syrians, all them people would have the same fucking genetics, right? So why don't you? Right? It just don't make any fucking sense.
Because the transplants, really, to tell you the truth.
Well, it's like I said, if there was like, say there was a big group of Chinese people, right, from China, okay, and they adopt Navajo traditions, and they call themselves Navajos, and they believe in the Great Spirit and all that shit, and they make jewelry, all the crap, right? They do everything the Navajos do, okay? They do everything. And then they tell the United States government and say, well, according to this treaty, you have to give us some land for a fucking reservation because we're Navajos. And right here in this treaty that was signed back in 1880, whatever, it says that you have to give us a certain amount of land for us to live on, the indigenous people. I say, well, you're not indigenous people. Yeah, we are. Look, we've practiced this age-old Navajo religion, and we dress like Navajos and everything else. Yeah, but you're Chinese. No, we're Navajos. It's like, you see, it's the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense.
It's just dumb. People go into it, and there's over sensitivity that everybody has over this. Oh, Holocaust. I'll get the fuck out of here with that. Jesus. And even if that did really happen, you got to ask yourself, why? Why would somebody hate you so fucking bad that they want to exterminate you? Why is it that there's a lot of people around the world you claim want to exterminate you? Why would they want to exterminate you? Let's look at that. Somebody comes to me and says, oh my God, there's people after me. They want to kill me. I'm like, why? Why do they want to kill you? And if the answer is because I stole a bunch of money from them and swindled them on real estate, well, guess what, man? You fucked around and found out. I'm not going to protect you because, they're after me. You caused your own fucking shit, man. You know?
Yeah. I mean, to an extent, there is a group of people, I think they're demons, actually, that do want to get rid of all of us.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. To an extent. Or at least us mouth breathers, anyway.
No, I'm telling you, man. And it's like, why have you, it's important to ask that question. And, you've been expelled from 109 different countries over 1,000 times. Why? Why does everybody want to keep you segregated? Why does everybody want to keep you under suspicious eyes? Why does everyone treat you that way? They don't treat anybody else that way. Why is it just you? Why are you being singled out? You see? That's the question. It's like you say a lady moves in next door to you and shit, and they say, yeah, we had to move here so Billy could go to school because he got kicked out of his last school. And then you find out that they've had to move a bunch of times because their kid's been kicked out of a bunch of different schools. And you're like, wait a second. And the mom tells you that the school had it out for the kid. See, they were biased and they just had it out for him. They didn't like him. And then you find out that every school the motherfucker ever went to, they didn't like him and they kicked him out. So is it the school or is it the kid?
Well, if you do the math there.
Right? It's the fucking kid. So it's the same thing here. The same thing here. And they're doing the exact same thing that gets everybody fucking hating them right here to the United States.
Well, when I went to private school, I had a kid he came from New York and he came down to the Carolinas, and the parents brought him down because he kept getting in trouble in every school he got into. They figured that this private school would actually straighten him out, but it didn't help none at all.
Yeah, I kicked him out of that fucking shit too, didn't they?
When did it become a parental issue?
Yeah, it's probably a parental issue from the very beginning. Yeah,
it should have been. Don't lay it off on somebody else,
It's just like people blame stuff on dogs. It's like, no, it's the owner probably mistreating the dog.
Yep, 100%. Damn, that guy wasn't too far away. What's that music? Oh, it's from
the video.
Oh, I had it stop. But yeah, that's pretty close. So that guy was at somebody on the street.
It sounded like fireworks off.
It does.
Yeah, always does. Every time I hear it.
Yeah, it's I believe it's a false flag. Easy. And
it'll be replaced tomorrow.
Sure, we'll know more about it soon.
So what was he trying to accomplish?
Don't know yet. We gotta read the manifesto.
That's what we're trying to figure out. I mean, we know it's a false flag because one, there's a manifesto. Holy shit, who'd have thunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second is this whole thing following the narrative of a trans. They did that with this Thomas Crooks guy. They did, or this and this other. Who's the guy that supposedly they said shot
Kirk, yeah.
Charlie Kirk, and he had furries, trans, and all this shit. You're really trying to, so this is fucking bullshit right off the bat. One thing that's pretty crazy is that there's a Republican congressman, okay, and he's missing. He's just vanished.
Oh,
wow!
Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, let me show you that. This is pretty fucking crazy. Okay, so it says here he's missed more than 50 votes since March. Now his wife's whereabouts are unclear, yet he's been trading stock the whole time. He's I forget where he's from. But, maybe his constituents would be interested in it. I mean.
A Republican congressman is missing. Representative Tom Kean Jr. has basically vanished. He has missed over 50 votes in Congress since March, and there's been no explanation where he's been. But keep watching, because we even made an attempt to find him. This story is weird. Constituents from New Jersey's 7th District are asking where Tom Kean is. Reporters are asking where Tom Kean is. Even people on Capitol Hill don't seem to know where the hell he's been for months. But somehow, while allegedly being nowhere to be found, we checked his portfolio and he's still trading stocks. So I decided to go to the Capitol myself to see if I could find him. Do you know anything about the whereabouts of Congressman Tom Kean?
I do not.
Representative Kean? Have you seen Congressman Tom Kean?
I don't know him. If he walked past right now, I really wouldn't know.
Where is he? Do you know the whereabouts of Tom Kean? If a member of Congress can disappear from public view for months without doing his job, the people who elected him deserve more than silence and stock trades.
Well, they obviously don't do anything, to be honest.
That's what I mean. They probably don't even fucking know each other because they never met each other.
Oh my! The best movie I've ever seen regarding that is the Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy.
I still haven't watched that yet.
That is fucking hilarious. He gets in to the House of Representatives because he has the exact same name as a guy who's been in office for years, but he dies. And he just runs with the same name. And people are kind of freaking out because
he's black.
He's a black dude instead of a fat old white guy. And he gets in there, and it's funny. And he's like, there's the bell. We have to go vote. And he goes, what's this vote on? And the guy says, it's for electric power and such and such. And he's like, and the guy says, no, wait, it's not that. It's this. And they don't know what the fuck they're voting on at all. And the guy tells him, he says, well, it's a vote on this, and this such and such a lobby will give you this much money to vote yes. This one will give you this amount of money to vote no. And he's like, realizes that this is a big fucking money grab. This whole thing is just a big fucking money grab. Mm-hmm. And and you see, the whole plan was to go in there and run a con and make a bunch of money. And he said, this is the easiest fucking con there's ever been. It's great. You got to see it. The Distinguished Gentleman. It's kind of like I look at it as like a comedic Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
I've only seen excerpts from it. I haven't seen the whole movie.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it. I need to.
What's this? Here's Old Man Tucker. He's a mother.
We are so close to the scariest, most dystopian system. This is what the drive to build all these thousands of data centers is about, to micromanage the world's population through the new financial world order. AI is really about that. We're heading towards digital control systems where we have no more control over our liquid assets. It will be programmable, permission-based, so only what the central planners allow you to use your money for, at what time and place and location will be permitted. And if you're in the wrong place, it's not going to work. And if you're buying the wrong book, it's not going to work. Your money won't work outside a certain zone, whether it's 15-minute prison zone or whatever it may be. It is the totalitarian dictator's dream come true.
That's like I said, man. It's going to be like you got a cop with you all the time, 24 hours a day.
You do already. It's right here.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse. Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to implement like uniforms for everybody to dress the same haircut, the same this.
Hey, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool. You guys like martial arts?
No, we don't.
Do I?
UFC.
This guy is a fucking kung fu master. Wait till you see this.
Was he as fast as lightning? I'm waiting for him to kill over from a heart attack.
Yeah, he later died of heart failure right after this.
He's not breathing heavy or anything neither.
Listen, that was a hell of a demonstration right there. I felt a chill go down my spine at it is agility, his speed, and just the sheer power behind those moves. You know, I could only hope to be as agile one day.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
They were. I was there.
That's called a front fupa roundhouse. If you
Exactly. Right.
Hoocha, 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 hoocha.
Did you hear about that person that got put in jail for posting videos about the water in their town, showing that it was coming? Looked like
Yeah,
it
that
was
lady.
Oh yeah. You showed it last night.
That
Didn't you?
shit coming through that water, man.
Well, I guess the city council in Trinidad, Texas, knew their water has rusty, asbestos-filled pipes.
Yummy.
Here they are talking. They were talking about covering it up. Listen to this.
Dude, all the water's bad with the PFAS, man. It's crazy.
If we get our water better, and all these naysayers.
Can't hear that very good.
Nope.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to put a link in the chat for it, and if y'all want to go and listen to it because it's down low. It's a secret recording.
Oh, so nobody's supposed to know about that, huh?
Well, it's from the lawyer. The lawyer got this video. God damn it! Why is my
She got put on double secret probation.
She did, and that's there it goes. Boom, boom, boom.
The fact that the sheriff got that much power to go on your Facebook account and arrest you for a Facebook post is crazy.
They haven't done that here yet. I'm waiting for it.
Oh God, the Rabbi Shmuley song. Yes, that's good. We're gonna have to look at that. Synagogue are saying, yeah, somebody's. I got an email from Bryce Beer that was really cool. That is about the Synagogue of Satan. I want to thank him for that. That was pretty good. I watched it just a little while ago. That was pretty decent. We'll put that in just a minute. The other one. Where was I at? Oh, this is interesting to know. Let me see.
It wasn't a Mr. Quigley channel, was it? I saw some Synagogue of Satan by some guy named Mr. Quigley did it.
Yeah, let me grab
I didn't watch it all.
Was it AI by chance?
No, it was a real video. I think he was
It's
live.
This one, I'll put it in the regular chat as well as the private chat.
Yeah, Illinois is trying to follow suit with California and pass a bill on they don't call it the Glocks, but you know what I'm talking about. Anything that can be transitioned into an automatic weapon, as they call it.
Automatic weapon is easy to make out of anything. It's like, look, here's the bottom line.
Pull the trigger fast enough. No.
No.
Okay. You have the right to keep and bear arms.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, firearms laws are commercial code. That's all.
Yeah.
It's a way to tax you. That's what the ATF was originally about, was taxation. They illegalized, okay, they made legislation that made a fully automatic Thompson submachine gun illegal to own unless you got a tax stamp.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had like how you have to do with a silencer and all that shit. And then you had to, and so what they do is they corner the market by having it so that only federally licensed firearms dealers can sell you the products. See, anything else is deemed illegal. So you have to go through their channels to pay the tax. And I think at the time when they did that with the Thompson, I think that they were charging like $100 a year tax on each one of those guns. And like prisons had to pay it, police departments, that kind of shit. And if you private ownership, you had to get permission. So you had to be able to buy the tax stamp in the first place. And if you didn't qualify, you didn't get it.
Yeah.
See,
it's like when you go fishing too, you got to get a freaking trout stamp or whatever.
Yep.
It's just another way for the government to get involved in everybody's life. It's all they ever do.
Was this back during the time of like Bonnie and Clyde and stuff like that, where the gangsters were getting these machine guns and going around? Yeah.
There was a lot of them available because of the surplus from World War I. Thompson made the 45 caliber automatic, fully automatic 45 caliber. I guess you call it a carbine, because it's a pistol caliber. It takes a 45 ACP. And that's the same round, of course, that was the sidearm of most military officers in World War I as well. We first developed it, then it was sold to the British who were using it first. They called it a trench broom. And because you could get up to the side of a trench and just sweep it.
Yeah.
And that's I also, because of that, that's one of the reasons that the British troops got the slang term of Tommies, because they carried the Thompson. But then we went over there with them too. So after World War I, there was a surplus of these, and people liked them. They were using them. But the thing is with it, it's not real accurate.
No,
I mean, it's 45
spray and pray.
45 caliber round ACP is low. It's slow and low. It's low velocity and it's big. But sometimes that's what you need to do the trick. It has its role. You see, it was developed because of trench warfare again, and it was actions in the Philippines. The standard sidearm, I believe it was a 38 caliber, 38 special was the standard sidearm of an officer at the time. And these guys come at him all hopped up on fucking amphetamines with a bayonet. They shoot him, and the guy still got the momentum going forward to kill him with the bayonet. And with the 45 had the stopping power to neutralize the forward momentum and take them down like usually first time. So they developed that, and it was developed in 1911. So that became the standard sidearm of the Army, and they used in World War I. Anyways,
I've heard testimony from people who are interested.
But the thing is, for long range, 45 is really not that good.
No.
You know, even by extending the barrel and everything else like that, you still got a rather short charge versus the mass of the bullet itself. It's a heavy bullet. So when it hits you, though, the inertia of it is fucking quite confounding, I would say. Devastating. I have a Kimber 1911. Yeah. It's not.
You have enough ammo to trench yourself in the house there?
I have everything I need, man. Everything I need. I have no worries.
What's the first rule of gun safety? Roger, go.
First rule of gun safety? And make sure you turn the safety off.
Yeah, that's in the rules, but no.
Always have one.
Treat every weapon
as though it's loaded.
There you go.
Yeah. Even if you fully know it's not loaded, you still, that's a discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're cleaning one, it does help. You know, if you forgot you had a gun that was laying around and had one in the chamber, you would not want to pull the trigger no matter where you are.
I always ask.
So they extradited another pedo to fucking Israel. Florida caught an Israeli teacher red-handed abusing underage students after class. Israel managed to extradite this predator before he faced any real consequences.
What the hell?
Leo Frank all over again.
Elias Farley
Look at that.
made his first appearance before a judge today. He was a science teacher at Donna Klein Jewish Academy, and deputies say he had a months-long sexual relationship with that student. Farley is now charged with unlawful sexual activity with a minor and offenses against a student by an authority figure. In a statement, a school spokesperson tells us, quote, "We are steadfast in our commitment to providing a safe and secure environment for everyone in our school community."
Well,
You know what I don't get? They'll go into another country to get something like Pablo Escobar or some shit, but what about like people in Israel?
Yeah, that ain't.
Doesn't
They
make no
don't.
fucking sense.
Well, it's one-sided, didn't you say?
Where did they go? The other, what is it, Venezuela, to get that Maduro, whatever the fuck his name is? They went and got him,
Yeah.
but why don't you go get the pedophiles? Well, because we work with Israel. They were actually, working on a pedophile network. That's why,
Why would they go after their friends?
Yeah, or themselves.
Exactly.
Hey, you guys, this is what everybody pinned their hopes on right here. I just want you to take that in for a minute. That's what everybody pinned their fucking hopes on right there.
He's become a monster, hasn't he? Yeah.
It's like the fucking emperor, when he started out, Palpatine, when he was a senator, he was just kind of a normal looking old dude and shit. But by the time he became emperor, he started that same shit happening to him. He became evil and ugly looking and shit. See?
Yeah. I should have went into the military, Cubby. I would have learned gun safety.
So, right, you should know that if you handle any type of gun, whether military or not.
Nobody ever really. I've always treated a gun as it is loaded.
I hope so. I'm just saying, just always, you always ask somebody, what's the
my
first
grandparents
rule of
always
gun
had a
safety?
gun laying around somewhere, and I think they were probably loaded.
Yikes!
Yeah.
They just had it laying around.
No,
My
they,
family
you know
put
what I'm
the FUN in dysfunction.
No, my grandmother had a 38 nickel plated in her dresser drawer at all times.
I got a really sweet little Taurus for 38. With
5
Bowie.
out of 6 roulette players say that it is safe.
Yep.
Yeah. I think a revolver, that's what I think it's a pretty safe weapon to have. A revolver. It's not going to go off unless you shoot it.
Yeah.
That's why when that Alec Baldwin shit came out, that made it even worse. That was a single action fucking revolver. Okay, that means that fucking thing was not only loaded, but it was cocked.
Yeah.
It was cocked. It doesn't do a double action like on a lot of revolvers like you get today. You can pull the trigger and it knocks the hammer back and then it goes back forward, right?
Yeah.
But on a single action like they was using in this Western, like they used to be before they developed the double action, you have to take your thumb and pull the fucking hammer back before you can shoot it. It has 2 positions. It's half cocked. That's why you don't want to go off half cocked. You think you're going to shoot, but nothing comes out, right? Half cocked, that's kind of like the safety. And then you got full cock. At half cock, you can take the cylinder out, revolve it.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a revolver. I did have a revolver, but I keep it in a gun case and it's in the closet and it's locked up. It's got a lock on it. So
I mean, on the other, you have to neutralize the hammer before you can take the cylinder, roll it out. And I'll tell you another thing. I hate it when people do it. And this is one of the dumbest things you can do. You'll have a really nice revolver, like I got that 357 Smith & Wesson, and they'll take it and they'll open the cylinder up and they spin it, and then they'll take and flip
it
fucking
back
like that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. It's not cool, and it's
not a movie.
Fucking gun. Yeah, you're not John Wayne. Stop.
There's one other thing about my grandmother. She spent 7 years in a mental health institution.
She the one with all the guns laying around.
History that we really didn't need to have, Holy
Well, they
shit.
didn't advertise it, neither with the family.
You know,
It's like,
somebody's gonna clip that shit right now. You know, you already got trolls bugging for you.
I'm fine with it.
My grandma was crazy as a fucking bat.
Yeah, but she know how to make some mean blackberry wine, though. I'll tell you that.
Sure.
That was my great grandma. That was her cough medicine.
Yep.
Yes, sir. That'll get you. Here's old David Icke.
Icky.
You don't have to do much research to see that Trump was always owned by the Zionist cabal. What I was saying about Trump through his...
Look at his nussy.
Oh, yeah. It's getting bigger. Yeah.
His election campaign and got enormous abuse for it was that he was a cult operative. He was a globalist, for want of a term, cult operative, who was put forward to tell the target population of what is known as MAGA, you know, people who were skeptical of many things that were happening in the world, to tell them what they wanted to hear. So they got him into power. And once into power, I said he'll do two things. First of all, he'll follow the cult agenda, whatever they tell him to do. And secondly, he will facilitate the other point of the agenda, the real point of the agenda, which is the AI digital control system, including the fusion of AI and humans. When he got in, all these people, these influencers, many of which came out of the mainstream, they were like, oh no, he's not doing what we thought he would do. Well, I've been calling Trump out since 2016 for what he is. It's not difficult. They say, oh no, we now realize he's controlled by Israel. Well, have a look at the first term, man. Have a look at his history with Roy Cohn and massive Zionist connections to his life and his father Fred's life. His father Fred was a close mate of Benjamin Netanyahu when he was Israeli ambassador to the UN. Jared Kushner, now Trump's son-in-law, has known Netanyahu his entire life. And now Trump and Netanyahu are together. You've got Jared Kushner doing the fake negotiations that were always going to lead to war with Iran.
Oh, shit. And he's not anybody. He's not been confirmed by the House or Senate or anything to go and talk to foreign nations on the behalf of the United States. What the fuck is that shit?
Not even registered as a foreign agent, I believe.
God. People are dumb, aren't they?
There's a few.
Well, they just don't really pay any fucking attention, man.
I was gonna say that Roy Cohn connection is crazy. If you ever looked into that, and
yeah, boy, did you see the
pedophile
movie?
cults that were involved? Man, it's fucking crazy.
Did you see the movie The Apprentice?
No.
Oh yeah, it's on Tubi. You can. It's free on Tubi. It's a couple of years old, and I'll tell you what, it gives you some real insight into his mind, his mindset, what he's like. And it really does focus on his time with Roy Cohn.
Yeah,
the fact about the whole movie revolves around his relationship with Roy Cohn.
Yeah, the David Berkowitz guy, apparently, like the son of Sam, there was like connection with Roy Cohn and them too, and like pedophile cults and shit. Like,
weird.
That shit's fucking crazy. Yeah,
I see they don't really go into like pedophile cults, but Donald's at a party in part of the movie. He's at a party at Roy Cohn's, and there's a lot of people snorting coke and shit, and there's like orgy shit happening.
Yeah, yep.
And he goes upstairs and he opens his door, and there's Roy Cohn getting railed in the ass by some dude.
Sweet.
And so he just kind of closes the door and walks back out.
You can't unsee that kind of stuff.
It's like, what?
It's all connected.
I'm pretty convinced that between Trump and whoever they select for the last 2 years before 2030, the combination of the two of those is going to pretty much eliminate the middle class, and you're just going to have a welfare state, and they're going to finish off the transfer of power that has been going on since Trump's first administration and prior. But yeah.
Well, we need to fight for our right to party, man. That's what's happening. I mean, look, I'm saying it. It's you're not going to vote out of this. Now, first step is peaceful non-compliance. Okay, you just don't fucking participate anymore. You don't pay your fucking taxes. You tell them to piss off. You go down, redo your shit in your payroll and say, I'm fucking tax exempt. Boom. Because you are. Tax exempt. You don't have the right to take out that money.
What goes when you do that tax exempt thing, from what I understand, is that they'll try to hit you up as an individual corporation.
Don't matter. You can tell them to go kiss it. There's no law that says you got to pay income tax.
That's why we fought our first war, wasn't it? Income tax.
What, our first war? No, that was it really wasn't over tax either.
Well, I thought it was over taxation without representation.
No,
that's what they claim when you go to school.
Of course, that's what they claim. It was over banking. That's what it was ultimately over. Control. You know, and it got co-opted rather quickly from its seeds and its grassroots. It was co-opted very quickly by Masons and fucking elite. This is why it's the great experiment. You know, you can't tell me that this ragtag little fucking bunch of dudes went up against the most mighty empire on the fucking earth and won. And they won. Really? Come on, man.
What if we destroyed the school system?
That would be a good start. And you don't really need to destroy it. You let it destroy itself. It's like, no, we're not doing this. We're not sending our kids to public school. We're not going to pay it. We're not paying for it. We're not doing it.
Yeah. If nobody showed up, you know,
why am I paying a fucking school tax? I don't have no kids in school. I'm against it. You know,
because even people that try and homeschool, they're still subject to a certain state curriculum, you know, law or whatever you want to call it. They're still subject to a certain curriculum for their kids to graduate, you know, which is exactly the same as the rest of them.
They don't need to graduate. They don't need to have that. All they need to do is just grow up, be smart, know how to do arithmetic, know how to spell. And that's your parents' job, right? That's what you do. You know, you take them and you show them. You know, otherwise, how else are they going to learn? You're going to rely on strangers to raise your kids? Really? That's what people do. They rely on strangers to raise their kids.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild concept when you think about it.
Have you guys ever looked into like the graduation hat and what it represents? Yeah.
So more.
You know, I was going to say, though, I feel like the main thing is we all rely on the government, though. Like, at the end of the day, like,
how?
No, I'm saying that's the problem. A lot of people rely on the government. Like, not everybody knows how to build a home, build their own homes. No one, like, we need to go back to the old days.
We don't have to know how to build your own. You don't know how to build your own home. All you need to do is know how to contract with somebody who does.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Let me go back to the old
days. You go,
days.
hey, dude, I understand that you build homes. Yes, I do. How much would you charge me to build a house that looks like this, that, and the other? Okay, that seems like a fair price. How about if I exchange your skill and time for money? How about
working on your car or whatever?
Yeah, you know, or whatever the case may be. You don't need government for that.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't.
You know,
we need more people to learn skills, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
we got people doing
liberal arts degree. I have a liberal arts degree. Well, then why don't what job does that qualify you for? Okay, what profession does liberal arts degree qualify someone for? Nothing.
No, yeah.
I was trying to think of a skill set that's involved in that.
Paper. It's a fucking piece of paper. And here's the kicker. You pay a lot of money for that. People go into debt. Something for the rest of their lives in some cases to get that piece of paper. And here's the worst part about it, man. It's only as good as the stupidest motherfucker that bought one of them. That's right. That's right. So you paid top dollar for a piece of paper that any fucking idiot can go and buy. If they got the money, get the loan. So does that piece of paper mean that you're smart? No. It just means that you went into debt for a piece of fucking paper. That's all it tells me. Oh, you might be a pretty good test taker based on your record. Does that mean that you're smart? No, it doesn't. Not a bit.
We used to clean a community college out at Lone Tree in Flagstaff, and I'd be in there after hours, and I would be just talking to half of the teachers that were in there, and they're not the sharpest tools in the shed.
No,
The guys
they're
that are
not.
handing
They're
out
dumb.
no,
They're really dumb. I've found that to be the case. You know, like for instance, I remember one time my dad and mom had to go to conference for my parent teacher conference for my little brother, and the teacher said, "Well, you know, I'm a bit concerned because the other day he was in here and everybody else was studying in their math book, and instead he was making a turkey because it was around Thanksgiving time. He was making a turkey out of a rock and some feathers." And my dad said, "And you just sat there and watched him make a fucking turkey out of a rock and feathers instead of taking it away from him and saying, 'Hey, numbskull, you're supposed to be fucking looking at math.'" So what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, and the teacher did not know how to take that. And it's like, look, you're in charge of they're kids, for crying out loud. You just sit there and watched him do it and then going to tell me about it? Fuck, you're useless.
Yeah.
They're just good at memorizing, repeating, and regurgitating everything, you know, and getting the kids to go along with it. And my oldest stepsister, dude, she got straight A's or really good grades throughout most of her indoctrination career, but she was dumber than a box of rocks. She couldn't use a vacuum. She didn't know how to operate a vacuum.
Oh my god, no
That's
common sense.
Yeah, they're not
No
teaching us
common
no
sense.
skills in school, man. It's just
Right.
And the teachers are trash. They don't know nothing either. Zero.
The few departments that were at this college I was at, that they had an engineering department where they taught you how to, you know, do city planning and whatnot, but they had no funding for that particular class at all. It's like it's the classes you'd actually need to survive in life
Exactly.
get neglected for the bullshit that's political.
They're like, let's learn how to use this AI program, guys. Like, shut the fuck up. We don't.
No, listen. This is just more enforcement of this appeal to authority to do your thinking. This is exactly what AI is right now. Okay, it started with you know, at least in this digital age. We'll ask Google. Well, don't you realize that Google is controlled? Don't you understand that Google is going to give you answers that the system want you to have? You're not going to get all of the fucking results. It lies to you right from the beginning. You go in there and do a search and it'll tell you found 200 billion fucking results in a half a second, you know, and you're like, oh, wow, right? That's really a lot. That's fast. Wow. And you go and look and you only got like a page and a half of fucking actual results.
Yeah.
Go to the last page listed and see how many more pages are listed. And they're not. Go to the very last page and it's just a repeat of the last 3 pages. It's a fucking lie. So you're not getting all the information at all. And you're only getting select information that is approved by someone that's not you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make it true. But people think because of that, they give them this perception. And now they get this thing, artificial intelligence. I call it human mockery is all it is. Human mockery of intelligence. And it's programmed the same time. I mean, how many times have people caught the fucking thing lying? You say you disagree with it and say, well, no, this, that, and the other. And goes, oh, I'm glad you brought up that point. You're right. I was in error when I told you. It's like, you lied to me, motherfucker. That's what
you
you
did the whole time.
Straight up. And it's people still take it as an authority. This is what gets to me, is he said, like, I'm trying to get people to understand that, like, with this globe flat earth thing, I'm like, look, dude, never in a million years would you ever move in the direction of thinking that you were on a globe if no one had ever told you. In fact, if somebody waited till you were about 15 years old and tried to run that fucking bullshit on you, it wouldn't have took. Not at all, because you've had enough time to have experiences with shit. You'd start asking questions they can't fucking answer. So instead, they give it to you when you're 5 years old. And so many people are dishonest. I ask them, you know, what would make you think that? What would make you go in the direction of thinking, hey, you know what? I think Earth might be a ball, right? And every time it's always the same fucking bullshit. Oh, see a ship go over the horizon. I'm like, okay, wait a second. Let me get this straight. You would see a ship disappear into the horizon. You would note bottom-up obstruction. And that would make you conclude that the Earth is a globe, even though water would be running away from you over that same curve that fucking boat just went. You know, you would go, that's silly because water doesn't behave that way. Nothing in a million years. So, oh, I saw a sunset, the sunset, you know, and I'm like, okay, so you saw a sunset. What's that mean? I said, well, it's disappearing over a ball. I said, why would you think that it was going over a ball? What would make you think that? Nothing. At best, you might think that the sun is landing somewhere off in the ocean, like our friend that came on that time. He thinks the sun lands, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, common sense would, you know, enter your mind, and you'd go, no, that's probably not what's going on because, you know, everybody's having the same thing. We're seeing it all.
There's definitely enough scientific evidence to say the sun goes away from you.
Well, it's so dumb. And this is another guy, I had him arguing with me. He was, well, why doesn't the sun change size throughout the day? I said, well, why doesn't it? And he said, because of how big it is and how far away it is. And I said, okay, so it's nothing more than a ratio. So I could scale that ratio down by half and get the same effect, right? I could scale it down by 1/100th and get the same fucking effect, wouldn't I? So it's not an argument, dude. Shut up. It doesn't mean anything. And it doesn't mean that the Earth is a globe. That's the dumbest thing. We know the Earth's a globe. Well, really? How? Look at the sky. What? Look at the sky to prove the Earth is rotund.
You should actually get Man of Stone's video up and watch it every once in a while, just to remind yourself that he has pure evidence to the contrary. Him and Paul Clitt did a blender simulation of what it looked like on a globe versus what it looked on a flat Earth. And actually,
what's his name? Paul Clitt?
Cliff. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. CLEEFT, I think. I think he's from. I don't know where he's from exactly, but he got together with Eddie Banjo and they did a couple of documentaries on flat Earth. And he got together with Man of Stone. He's an engineer, and they did a blender simulation. I'll look up his name. I'll get the documentary. But
the next. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done. Go for it.
Yeah, I was just going to say one more thing. That basically they show what a shadow of a globe Earth would do every day. It would cast a shadow from the sun going behind the curve. There would be the shadow would climb up everything till it would engulf everything. That would be what you would see on a globe Earth, as what you'd opposed to on a local sun, with the sun going in a circuit around the Earth. It would go away from you. And they actually measured the light and the light through a window in Man of Stone's house, and it proved the Earth is flat. Pretty, you know, the amount of light you got that attenuated through the window and as high as the shadow from the door on the wall, it stopped too as the light went away. The amount of light he got, he even registered how much it was too, and it fit with the flat Earth. He's got all the data sheets to go with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's over on Taboo's channel. He's got one.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times. You played it.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, man. You know.
You have to also ask, you know, why does one have to vigorously defend that belief? You know, like we were talking, you know, what's in it for you that you have to defend this belief? Whether you believe or whether that I believe what you believe, why do you come at me so hard to make me believe in your religion? Almost.
What's behind the vitriol response?
Right.
That's what gets me. What is it about that brings out this toxic nature in people?
Program.
So I got a quick question for you before you play the video. How would you pronounce that word? His last name, CLEEFT, I think is how it's spelled. How would you pronounce it?
Does sound suspicious. I think that's German for clit. I don't know. Maybe Slovakian. Ask Ivana. She'd know. That old gal been on more wieners than Heinz ketchup. I'll tell you what. 4 out of 5 slave owners in America were Jewish. During the peak of slavery in the United States, 78% of slave owners were Jewish. Given that only 1.6 of the overall population owned slaves and Jews comprised 3.125% of the population, this suggests that 40% of Jewish individuals owned slaves compared to just 0.35% of white individuals. Oh, guess who the reparations got to come from then?
No.
Israel. Look at that. Look at that. See? Trying to make me feel bad. I saw Roots and I feel really bad.
Kunta Kinte. Jinx.
What's his name? Is Toby.
Dude, I would have been whatever the fuck you want to call me.
Yeah.
Right? What's your name? Whatever, man. Kick back that fucking whip, man. You can call me Rosetta Fluffy Butt if you want to. I don't give a fuck. You know, just kick back with that fucking whip. I ain't down for that, man. Shit, you want to call me Toby? Fuck, I'll be Toby. That's fine. You know?
I stuck that video in the back if you want to look
I
at it.
like it. It's a little shorter. It's like a little bit shorter than normal. Yeah, it's Toby. It kind of rolls off the tongue. I like it. Kunta Kinte. It's a lot more to write too. You know, was that with a K? I don't know. We spelled it in African. What is it in English?
Yeah, I was about to say
go with Toby. I'm good with that. Just don't whoop my ass with that thing again, man.
Yeah, drawing characters in the dirt. And this is what my name is. And probably like an antelope.
Oh, no, you ain't allowed to draw in the dirt and write. Learn how to write and cipher. You don't want to know how to cipher. What's wrong with you? You can't teach the slaves how to cipher and read.
You're passing notes in class. Next thing you know, there's a revolution.
Well, it's interesting that was one of the rules. You know, that was actually law, that it was against the law to teach blacks to read and shit. Why is it? Because knowledge is power. You know?
Keep them ignorant, dirty, and in the field, man. You know, and don't forget that video game you had on yesterday. That was
I
awesome.
think that's why they don't teach Latin anymore. But
oh yeah, absolutely. So
that's how you break down a lot of different languages, actually. Well, and spells.
Oh, this is pretty. This is funny. This poor girl, I feel bad.
Oh.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray. All the leaves are brown. I've been for a walk. All the leaves are brown. On a winter's day. All the leaves are brown. Stop. What are you doing? You're supposed to be following my lead. No, it's all the leaves are brown, all the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey, and the sky is grey. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey, and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk, and the sky is grey, on a winter's day, and the sky is grey. Stop! You're not getting this, are you? You know, I sing a line, you repeat it. It's quite easy. No, it's all the leaves are brown, all the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey, and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk on a winter's day, on a winter's day. I mean, you know. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey, and the sky is grey. I've been for a walk, on a winter's day. On a winter's day. Stop it! Which bit of this don't you understand? I sing, you repeat it. What's wrong with you? No, this is what's all this. I was emphasizing a part
me don't.
No.
Don't actually.
No.
Go again.
Yeah. All the leaves are brown,
leaves are brown,
and the sky is gray.
and the sky is gray.
I've been for a walk on a winter's day.
On a winter's day,
I'd be safe and warm.
the leaves are brown.
What show was that, Si?
I have no fucking idea. That is great. That is great. She's just like, oh my God, how can these people be this fucking stupid, man? How can they? Oh my God, what is this one? Ricky Gervais. I watched a stand-up of his the other night. I laughed my ass off. He just don't give a fuck. Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, he's pretty decent.
I'll tell you what's very popular in England at the moment and in America, particularly California. Mental illness. Oh, it's taken off. It's taken off a trip. When I was at school, you were either thick or clever, normal or mental, right? Now there's like 1,000 new mentals, right? And it used to be a stigma. You go, I'm not mental. Now people go, I'm mental. You know what I mean? They want to, I'm mental. It's like everyone I know in media is ADHD. They go, I'm ADHD. I'm ADHD. Yeah, so I'm ADHD. Take the test. Yeah, I took the test 5 times, passed it on the 5th. Oh, well done. Right? They go, and it's like, I'm writing a song about it. I'm writing a poem about it. I'm writing a book about it. Oh, well, yeah. And they brag about it. They put it in their CV and in their, it's got disorder. When did we start bragging about having a disorder? 20 years ago, you wouldn't have got given a business card and it said Ron Pike, anal warts. You know, just keep it to yourself. No one cares.
I put a quick short in back that's kind of taps in the same thing. I think this guy's pretty funny too. Quindale. I don't know if anybody's seen him, but
don't sound familiar.
It's super short. He's hilarious. Not real popular, but
imagine that.
No. Oh,
I heard the scariest statistic. Did you know half the population has a mental health disorder? And the other half are men. I heard the scariest.
That's fucked up.
Girl Butch said it all, didn't it?
Uh-oh. Here come the comments.
Uh-oh.
Gonna make it?
I hope he does.
Yeah, I have a fucking tonsil infection.
Oh man,
it fucking sucks.
Oh, I got some funky shit going on here.
Well, they'll take them out for you.
This is some fucked up shit. This is a Lego video of Ivanka Trump.
All right.
And it's called Papa Don't Creep. Yeah, we're going to have fun with this.
Oh, my.
I know you're gonna be upset, but I can't stay quiet anymore. 15 years old, walking the runway for elite. Daddy's little princess, but she let the creeps compete. Casablanca's grinning, Epstein in the VIP. You bragged I had the best body, made a fortune off of me. Then you sat with Howard, microphone in your hand, said she's a piece of ass and the whole world understand. Voluptuous and tall, almost 6 feet high. If she wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her tonight. Papa, don't preach, I'm in trouble deep. You sexualize your daughter on the radio, creep. You said you'd date me if I wasn't your kid. Papa, don't preach, that's some incest shit. Oh, you wanted these tits, daddy, oh. Incest vibes in the family, oh.
Access Hollywood, grab 'em by the pussy fame. You said the same shit on Stern with my name, right? Rumors swirling though you swear they ain't true. But the way you talked about me, what the fuck was I supposed to do? Recent assassination plot, Iran link they claim, but it dropped right before Don Jr.'s wedding. How convenient, what a shame. You said not good timing, you might have to skip the flight. Who could blame you, daddy? The headlines were too bright. Papa, don't preach, I'm in trouble deep. You sexualize your daughter on the radio creep. You said you'd date me if I wasn't your kid. Papa, don't preach, that's some incest shit. Oh, you wanted these tits, daddy? Oh, incest vibes in the family. Oh, you put me on your knee and modeling shows when I was 9. Brought me around your friends who liked him young, the Epstein kind. Now the tapes are everywhere, the whole world can see. Papa, you crossed every fucking line with me. Papa, don't preach, I'm in trouble deep. You sexualize your daughter on the radio creep. You said you'd date me if I wasn't your kid. Papa, don't preach, that's some incest shit. Oh, you wanted these tits, daddy? Oh, incest vibes in the family. Oh, Papa, don't preach, I'm done protecting you. Papa, don't preach.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, I've seen the pictures of him putting out her knee at the pageants and stuff.
Yeah.
And he dressed her up like a model too.
Sure.
Huh.
Yeah,
She's starting to get that wax candle face.
He's man, I'm telling you, I'm surprised he's lived this long. I thought he'd be dead by now. I really did. I don't know how they're keeping his ass alive. He's not doing well at all. Not at all. And his mental, I mean, that's a lot of stress, you know. And you know what the worst part is the biggest part of stress for him is what people say about him. He's the thinnest skinned fucking guy. Go out of his way to get a comedian fired off of TV because he makes jokes about him. I mean, that's a thin skinned fucking guy. And he's supposed to be the leader of the toughest nation in the world. Get the fuck out of here with that. He's a big fucking pussy.
He's probably on that same regimen Biden was on. Hunter Biden, that is.
Oh.
I can't believe it. I mean, what world do I live in that I see Hunter Biden on Candace Owens?
Was he on there?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was on there.
Oh, never mind. He was on that Sean Ryan guy too. That guy's an agent though. So.
Yeah.
But so is Candace. I'm just
kidding. So is Candace. But I mean, for real. I mean, it was just like, well, in what world does that take place? I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So,
that should tell you something right there, huh?
I mean, shit, Candace has said, I'm surprised she could even be in the same room with him, you know. But she, I guess, able to put that aside. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, come on, man. There's pictures out there of him with his fucking underage niece. I mean, for crying out loud, man.
People are addicted to clicks.
I didn't hear
and I
about
pronounce
that.
that right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened with his niece?
He was doing her, man.
For real? What the hell?
Yes.
That's fucking insane. I seen like the other videos of him on his drug binge and shit with his dead brother's girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I seen that shit, but I didn't know about his niece. That's sick. Doesn't surprise me.
Crack will make you do all kinds of weird stuff.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't, I mean, that was just really weird to see that. But apparently, there's another thing. Ivanka Trump is targeted for assassination by the IRGC terrorists in twisted plot to avenge president taking out his mentor. I don't know, man. You see what it is. Good God, listen to the moon. Moon shadow barking.
I hear.
guys are becoming very lazy in your creations. What, ChatGPT tell you this one? This is how we can get them to go back to war with Iran. A plot assassination against Ivanka, out of all people. At least rat boy fucking weasel Jared Kushner would have made more sense. And he just so happened to work for the IRGC. Like, come on, son. I'm young, but I wasn't born yesterday, gangster. You mean tell me this man did all of these different attacks and he just never made it into the top 10 most wanted? And he was targeting Jewish people specifically? That is very convenient for the war against Iran. We know Trumpstein is a rat that is cornered by Bibi the bomber. We're going to go back to war as soon as he says so. You don't have to insult our intelligence. Don't be wrong. I just be early. Go ahead, bookmark this. We will be bombing them or damn near boots on the ground by Monday. Really, most likely by tomorrow or Sunday. Because one, he's missing his son's wedding, which we know he doesn't really give a fuck about his son. But he loves to celebrate and show his face off and show the world why he's the greatest family of all time. But more importantly than that, he's skipping golf. This motherfucker don't skip golf for nothing. Fuck the wedding. Fuck his son. He's not missing a golf outing unless he's going to bomb somebody else. Now, obviously, I gotta go see what the sky scanner looking like. And as you can see, there is no moving, grooving, vibe sliding over Iran, which means next time there's gonna be some moving, grooving, vibe sliding, niggas gonna be march for air. You guys said death bombing. That's just a reality. It's getting really, really bad because we're not at the point. He said, if you're applying for a green card, I don't care if you're here illegally. That's to go. See you never. Go back to your country. We're like, well, that could be a literal death sentence for some people. And we just don't care about people being here legally. We know this process takes a while. He don't give a fuck. And it's not because he don't give a fuck. It's because our greatest liability, they're clearly calling that man and say, yeah, no, this is about to be all-out war. You're going to have sleeper cells over there, sending everybody back. To double down, that's something that's obviously up. His motorcade was seen going back to the White House. So he's not going anywhere. He is going to the bunker room. War room. And they're like, hey, man, it is about that time again. Time to risk American lives because I have no skin in the game and I'm a fucking rat that's cornered because of the Epstein files. Let's go.
He's a dumb person. I said, doctor, I don't mind being called a brilliant, total tyrant dictator, but I don't want to be called dumb. What do I do, doctor? Is there some kind of a test I can take? He said, actually, sir, there is. It's a cognitive test.
Yeah. Hello. You understand the problem we got here? This motherfucker is bragging about cognitive tests and calling other people dumb. Bitch, you get cognitive tests when you have dementia, and he brags about this test all the fucking time. Why? Because lights on and nobody is fucking home. Grandpa's got to go, or we going back to fucking war.
Yeah, no shit. I'm thinking. I'm like that. I'm like, why? The question that should be asked is, yeah, no other president has taken the cognitive test. Why did you have to do it 3 fucking times? Okay, they're determining whether it's you're batshit crazy or whether you have dementia or both. That's why you don't go bragging. Yeah, I had to take another cognitive test because I'm a fucking lunatic and I do stupid shit. So they said, hey, maybe you better take another cognitive. I'll ace it. And then he makes up. I would love for somebody to ask him and say, hey, what was that math question that they asked you on that test? And have him spout that out and say, oh, well, what was the answer?
He'll just pull that same little trick he did on CNN when they asked him about how many books he reads.
Yeah. He just
what was the name of that book? Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Pitchforks and torches. We got pitchforks and torches with us here too. All right.
I thought that was DJ Newman.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
He's all neon. Look at that
He
head.
got all that. Look like the fucking cops are on his head.
So
Nice
it goes
to be
back
up
to the
here.
torches or the pitchforks. Which one did you bring? Oh, you got both. I'm sorry.
We
That's
like
right.
them all. Can't have one without the other.
I thought it was pitchfork times torches. Oh. Got it.
Times 4.
Hey, are you guys familiar with Zoroastrianism?
No.
Nope.
Dude, I just did a deep dive, and I'm pretty sure it's the missing link to all this shit that we talk about up here.
What'd you call it again?
Zoroastrianism.
Yeah, it's basically like one of the oldest religions ever recorded, and it explains like the old world architecture, the Iran thing, like the way that the dark forces are taking over right now. I'm like pretty mind blown right now, to be honest with you.
You have a link to like some kind of a video or something I could watch later or whatever?
Yeah, well, what I started just doing AI searches, with the Google, and kept parlaying like one search into the next one, and the whole thing just started unraveling. It was pretty epic.
Let me see something here. Let's see. What is it? Zoroastr. Oh, wait a second. Zoroastrianism. Okay, I see it.
It's almost like it's listening to you.
Yeah.
It's an Iranian religion. Okay. Zoroastrianism is also called Mazda-Yazna and Baden. It is an Iranian religion centered on the Avesta and the teachings of Zarathustra Spitama, who is more commonly referred to by the Greek translation Zoroaster. Let's see here. There's probably more on this.
What about toaster strudels?
Toaster strudels. That's why they always say they're really big on that.
Get them in the freezer section. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why they say in like the Muslims, they go salami and bacon. Well, I'll have to get into that.
Yeah, just give it a look later, man. It goes deep. It's like so much of the stuff that we're into, and it's like one of the few religions that it's all about protecting the environment, keeping the environment clean, like all that kind of shit. Whereas like all these other religions drop the ball on that. And you're like, dude, why do none of these religions actually give us a playbook besides like the weird abstract stories and, the stuff that never seems to actually ground us into daily life? And also, like, why didn't Jesus write anything down? It's like, no, Zoroaster was like the main guy and he wrote everything down. So just like all these other religions, you're immediately like, oh, wow, they're literally all just stealing from Zoroastrianism and then fucking it all up.
So it has like a means to an end, and it's not like a pick your own adventure.
Well, interestingly, it's part of the thing is you have your free will, but it's there's still like an ultimate triumph of good over evil. And we're in the part of the prophecy where the religion's basically completely forgotten and evil's like at an all-time high, and Ahriman is like the ultimate evil. And it literally explains like all this shit that Trump and all these scumbags are doing, how they're like obsessed with just destroying beauty, and like everything is greed and self-obsession. Again, I don't know, man. I just like got super hype on this shit.
First I heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, considering how much it's like relevant, I'm like, how is no one really talking about this right now? This is pretty crazy.
Because they're too caught up in shit, man. People are caught up in all kinds of shit. There's so much going on, man.
Absolutely.
And it's like, people don't have time to reflect and look.
Got us too busy fighting amongst each other.
Yeah, like look at this. Put this up for a couple of months and tear it down. Why not? Right?
That's how it works in the World's Fairs. Right?
Here, wish we could get a better close up of the statue, but it's not just these. I mean, it's every single freaking building. It's every single build. It doesn't matter which building I zoom in on. It's just it's crazy. What did they do to build all this? Why isn't it there anymore? Comment, let me know what you think. Like, look at this one right here. And look how this is right along the water. Think about this. Even if it was temporary, the building, the structure and everything on how it would have to be leveled out properly in order to support all the weight and putting everything on there. And then this one right here, it almost looks as if this was, and I don't know, I'm just saying, it looks as if maybe that might have been a balcony before and it was lower before. But now the boats are going right up to the steps, right? Just find it interesting because some of these buildings are taller than others, right? I don't know. Just thought that was interesting. Like, look at that right there, too. The stairs going right up to that little portion. Just, I don't know. Looks like, you tell me what you think. Look at that building there. That's what I mean. It just keeps going. And then look, it just keeps going. There's the train tracks right there. Like this little train tracks going around it. And then even more I could go on forever with this thing. Back here in the background, that right there, those are like several railroad tracks going. There's a railroad guy somewhere. There's the railroad right there. There's all the people coming in and out. But those are like multiple tracks coming in on this whole facility. Look at this. They have a little up, over, and back down. Really neat. Anyways, just wanted to share this with you. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for following. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for being curious. As always, stay curious. And thank you for all you do. Until next time.
That's one of
You know, it was probably the remnants of after some kind of an event, because you look at a lot of old maps, and there's no Great Lakes.
I'm convinced that a lot of these buildings are just the tops of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you've shown the steps that go up into basically the windows, so to speak, or, you know, or doors for giants, whichever you believe. I'll let that be left to interpretation. But I just think that these are the tops of buildings, and then there was a whole other world that was way down below that we're not privy to or not allowed to go to. That's like when I've been to a lot of these places, they got tunnels, but you're not allowed to go down in the tunnels, right? It's like, why not? They're public buildings. Why am I not allowed to go into these tunnels?
Right.
Like, what, for my own safety, of course.
Those might just be the buried floors.
Yeah.
Of the building, like you're talking.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got a question for you guys, right quick. Who builds a 40-foot door with a handle halfway up it just for aesthetics, right?
That's why I said giants, but that's, you know, everybody's got their own interpretation, but I'm convinced.
Well,
I am too.
I'm just thinking of practical purposes. That's all.
Well, yeah, exactly. Practically, how could any but one of us, you know, use it for a practical use, or even take care of it, or lift it to put it up there? To, you know,
they have to put a small door for people in the door, like a dog door,
right?
You know, like you put in your back door. They have to put a smaller door in it for the normal sized people. Well, the small people to walk through. You know, yeah, I think that there was giants, man, for real. And
I think we coexisted.
I mean, how do you fucking hang and balance a goddamn door like that? Come on.
Yeah, no kidding. Without a crane or anything, because you know those things weigh ungodly amounts of.
It's hard enough to just do a door, you know, like on your own, you know, on a regular sized door that we use.
Especially if it's oak or something like that.
Right.
A lot, yes.
A lot of tweaking here, a lot of tweaking there just to get it to balance. You open it halfway, see if it swings either way, and then you know which way to move the hinge. I mean, that's a lot involved there. So you're doing that with a big 40-foot bronze fucking door? Good God, what are you using to lift a 40-foot bronze door with?
Yeah.
Well, if
so
you're
OAS, so we're the hobbits. I mean, when you think about it, honestly, I mean, we have dwarfs or midgets or whatever you want to call them, you know, and so is it that much out of the realm of possibility that we are the smaller of what could have been the land of giants once upon a time? We're just the only ones that are this big, and the dwarfs that walk among us, you know, that's just something that happens now. I doubt that.
No.
According to some of the apocryphic texts, Adam was
big. Yeah, he's a big boy.
I forget what he said. 66 cubits.
Yeah,
I think it works out to be 100 foot tall, 99 feet tall.
Ho ho ho. Yeah.
You know, so what are we doing here? It's you know, but who knows? You know, these people writing shit down, and who knows who wrote what, who was smoking fucking what. You know, there again, all we are given is what we're provided with.
Yeah. Well, in the Ohio Valley, they found remains of very large folks, man.
Same thing in California, Catalina Island.
That's what the colloquial mounds are all about down in southern Illinois. They think that's where the giants are buried, possibly.
Sardinia.
Yeah.
Sardinia, I think.
Redheads. Yeah.
I think Lunch Break just did a thing on Sardinia here recently too. But yeah, the Vatican was actively paying people in Sardinia to dig up bones of giants and destroy them, throw them into the ocean and shit. It's like, you know, why do they want to cover that up so bad?
It's not hard. With the way information is just comes at us in hyperspeed these days. It doesn't take much to knock down an old world building, put up a new Section 8 building, and people forget whatever used to be there before. Because I was at a place downtown earlier, or yesterday actually, and I was looking at, they had these new, like income-based housing units or whatever, and it got me to thinking, I'm like, I couldn't remember what was there before, and then, like you said, you go on a Google search, Google's gonna give you whatever results. They could erase it, and that's how they erase quote unquote history, to where nobody remembers it, and then whatever's current is your new history or your new now present or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like where my battalion was at in Germany, right? The concern, it's like condos now. And
Yeah, exactly. And then
fucking, it started out as a French embassy.
And then think about when you guys go, who's gonna, is people from this day and age even gonna be concerned with what it used to be?
Nope. They will be in another world, dude. Whatever's spun out, whatever's produced.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate.
Yeah, man. I mean, the amount of stuff that they also just let get obscured and covered. Like, there's a Starfort right outside of the Philadelphia airport that most people don't even know is there, and you're not allowed to really tour it, or I mean, they'll do some tours, but it's going to be where they just show you what they want you to see with the story they want you or they're trying to give you. There's so much history in Philly with all that, like the old world buildings, and I mean, dude, City Hall, I don't know if you've ever seen it up close, but we're back to the door thing. Every single window is as big, bigger than a normal human door.
Right. And go to any capital in any state.
Right. And then nowadays they're, we did the thing where there's a piece of plywood and a normal size air conditioner in this window that was clearly designed for for humans that are 3 to 4 times bigger. It's crazy.
Exactly. Dave, you got a bunch of Starforts around you, man. There's a ton in Virginia.
Yeah. I don't know if they're over on this side of the state though. They're more over toward the coast.
They are towards the coast, a lot of them. There's a few kind of over by United, maybe 1 or 2, I think.
I think there's one up in where they call Germania.
Yeah.
Which is near Chancellorsville.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a Pentagon fort there at one time, a Pentagon-shaped fort.
They got one down southern Illinois that I would have went to if I had realized when I was around there. I'll probably go back one day. But it's like Pitchforks is just saying, they turn it into like a LARPing event. They bring on they give you the story, through whatever interpretation they want to give to you. And then they have little events where they bring in, little
reenactments and shit.
What's that?
Reenactments.
Yeah, reenactments. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Basically, they just bring in reenactments of something else that didn't even have anything tied to it.
Oh no. Okay, hang on. I got something here. Where's my injury? What is he talking about? I'm trying to see if there's any kind of attacks have been launched or anything like that, because you got to keep up. I'm just looking. And, this is some tense shit going on.
Have you checked the index today, Sal?
Huh?
Have you checked the index?
The pizza index? I was going to here just a minute ago, and I forgot to. Damn it, this thing keeps doing this to me.
Planet Pizza's been
in the process of downloading old shows, shows from previous nights, and putting them in the archive, and my download keeps stopping, and it's pissing me off. Anyway, let's look at the pizza index real quick. Dun dun dun. Let's see what we have. What do we have?
We're at Dokkan 3.
Dokkan 2. We're at Dokkan 2 here right now. And this
Dokkan.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Fast paced.
Dokkan on my porch the other day.
So, I mean, that's high. That's a high level of alert, really.
What does that stand for?
What's that?
Dokkan or whatever.
It's a play on words from DEF CON.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew it did. Okay,
Defense
gotcha.
condition, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the pizza and like the gay
Got it.
bars.
Oh, okay. All right,
It
thanks.
took him a minute. He got there.
Yeah, Freddy's Beach Bar is. It says it's closed, but it's as busy as usual. I don't know how that works out. Unless they got some underground shit going on. It's Saturday night. You know they're in there. Let's see the gay cop bar nightstick. The nightstick. No. Fuck. Now's the time to prepare. Oh my god.
I'm glad there's some solutions at the end of this video.
It feels like the world is incredibly chaotic right now. We see wars breaking out, crypto markets are collapsing, scandals are being exposed. It feels like everything is happening all at once. But I have to wonder if all of this noise is actually a distraction from something much bigger. While we are looking away, governments are quietly building a system that will change how we live forever. That system is the enforcement of digital ID. At first it sounds harmless. A modern ID system that lives on your phone. No more wallets, no more documents. One card that proves everything about you. Simple, clean, convenient. The United Kingdom is already calling their version the brick card. It is basically a digital identity for every citizen. Your car, your bank accounts, your medical history, your investments, even your property documents, all linked to one ID, all stored on a blockchain so nothing can be changed or erased. On the surface, this sounds fantastic. You will never have to carry a wallet again. You will never lose your ID because it is all stored safely on the blockchain. It is ultra convenient and secure. However, this convenience is exactly how they will get you to sign up. Once you are in the system, the government introduces programmable money. This is not like the digital banking you use today. This is money that has rules built into it. Imagine a world where the government can program your money to work only in certain areas. If you say something online that offends the wrong person, they could restrict your spending. They could stop you from buying travel tickets or limit how far your electric car can drive. It sounds scary, but they will make it very hard to resist. They will likely introduce universal basic income between 2027 and 2030. They will offer everyone free money every single month. The only condition is that you must sign up for the digital ID to receive it. Most people will take the free money without thinking about the freedom they are giving up. They will choose convenience over control. The wealthy already know this is coming. That is why you see billionaires buying massive amounts of farmland and remote property. They know that the only way to maintain true freedom is to be self-sufficient. If you own your land and produce your own energy, you are harder to control. And this brings us to the most important point, that what can you actually do right now to protect yourself? The first step is to keep using physical cash. Every time you tap a card or use a phone to pay, you are helping them build the digital prison. Cash is the last form of private spending we have. You must use it or we will lose it. You should also focus on becoming less dependent on the system. Try to pay off your debts as fast as you can. When you have debt, you are vulnerable to interest rates and banking rules. Real freedom comes from owning things outright. Start learning practical skills like growing your own food or repairing your own home. If the digital system ever locks you out, you need to be able to survive without it. Finally, build real relationships with your neighbors. A strong local community is the best defense against a centralized digital world. We have to build a way of living that does not rely on their permission. We are in a very short window of time before this system takes over, so educate yourself and take action.
Coming up fast, man. They're coming for you first, Roger.
For sure.
Oh, man. Oh, well. I hear slaves can't own property. Is that right?
That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. Let me see, where's that Karen? I had a video of this Karen that was really what a bitch.
You ever seen that meme with the dog with the like Karen haircut? It's like, let me talk to the pet shop owner or manager or whatever.
Yeah, let me talk.
It's like a little poodle or something. It's got like a Karen haircut. It's pretty funny.
The Karen cut.
The Karen
cut. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I hate that cut. And it's so on. Women that have that always act that way too.
Who was that? Who's the original? Kate Gosling. She had the original Karen cut. Kate plus 8 or whatever the hell that show is called.
I remember back in the day, there was this Olympic skater whose name was Dorothy Hamill.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember Dorothy. She got a haircut, like a kind of like a
And
bowl
she had
cut.
this wedge cut, and all the chicks went and got their hair cut like that, and that was the goddamn ugliest fucking haircut I saw until the Karen haircut came out. And these people that wear the Karen haircut, they act that fucking way, man. It's like, what? I don't know.
My mom actually had one of the Hamilton haircuts when I was a kid growing up. Like it was popular.
The Hamel camel.
The Hamel camel.
I got a question, Cubby. Was the lady asking for herself to get her hair trimmed? Like,
are you talking about the meme?
Yeah.
No, it was just like no, it was just a joke. Like a dog had like a Karen haircut or whatever.
Yeah, it
So
was
let me talk to the pet shop owner.
Shih Tzu or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember what kind of dog it was. It's
Y'all
pretty funny.
ever heard that the dog's owner they resemble the dog, or vice versa? You ever heard that?
Usually.
Yeah, it's funny. Let's see those memes.
Well, I mean, yeah, the way some people use them as accessories, especially out in like the West Coast and stuff. But, yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check those out. Hang on a second. Dun, dun, dun.
Like Paris Hilton types. I guess she was East Coast, but you get what I'm saying.
Oh, she was the worst, bro.
What was the name of their TV show?
I don't remember now. Her and Nicole Richie.
Paris does
Everyone?
What,
No.
Yeah. Paris does something, or was that the name of the? She made an X-rated video. That may have been the name of that.
Yeah, that was the everyone part.
Good chance I'm getting it mixed up.
I can't remember their show.
Do you remember the other night?
Damn.
You remember the other night I showed this video where these guys talking to this Jewish guy, and he was talking about how bad the Zionists are, and telling me he was a Jewish guy that was talking about how bad the Zionists are and everything else like that.
Mhm.
Well, check out with the same people that interviewed that guy. What happened? Wait till you see what happened. This is crazy.
Okay, so crazy experience with some rabbis. Me, Jake GTV, and Inside with Sam were interviewing some rabbis who were on our side. Then they wanted to write down our names, our phone numbers, take a picture with us. And soon after that, Jake GTV lost his YouTube and had a lot of trouble with his Instagram. They tried to put malware on my phone, and I couldn't log into my Instagram through my cell phone. I had to go through my laptop to fix some false reporting before I can get anything on. All this right after our encounter with the rabbis. Too many coincidences, and I gave them a really nice, positive look because they're supposed to be our allies, and even sent them a nice text message afterwards. Now, there are some Jays who are on our side legitimately, but they're also losing the propaganda war, and there's some Jays who are on our side who are not really on our side. They're agents to collect information and subvert us. They sow division by pushing the blame game, blame it on only Democrats or only Republicans, the divide trap of illusion of choice, because both are still run by AIPAC. They push cancel culture and gatekeeping within us. And one Zio even got influence in one of our charities and attempted to withhold money to a charity for water for kids in Gaza because they didn't like one of my videos and told me to take it down. I reposted it. And then I told them off because you're not bullying me. So be aware, because they are some who are pretending to be on our side. You can tell who they are because they're always pushing to remember the holly, hate white people, stop radical Islam, and make sure all your kids are trans. Subversion, sow division, collect information. Watch out for these things. If a J is on our side, protect them. But if they're only pretending to be on our side, expose them. Real J allies only.
I don't think there's any real J allies out there. Wouldn't you talk
I don't think there is. I really don't.
Huh.
Here's Jay Collins of Florida. He gave a pretty aggressive response to a 17-year-old. He gets confronted about this. People act like they're owned, like they own you. Listen to how they talk, man.
Mr. Collins, how you doing? Do you have any regrets or remorse for what you said to that 17-year-old kid and you're a little aggressive to him?
Yeah, no. So, no, I don't, and here's why.
Okay.
I almost died for our nation. I buried friends. If we don't start teaching these young men and women that a sociopath
What's that got to do with the
Let me
genuine
finish
question?
what I'm saying.
You don't
I'm
have
going
to
to tell
talk
you.
to me like I'm a kid.
I'm going to tell you. Let me
Okay.
finish.
Okay, you go and finish.
If we don't start teaching kids, there is a responsibility to step up. that there's a responsibility to protect, a responsibility to do the right thing. He has to hear that.
Dude,
he
had
has
a
to do
genuine
that.
question, though. Don't you think he just asked an honest question about Israel funding?
No,
and you
I
came
think-
over and were like, sit down. No. You were like very, dude, it was a little aggressive.
Yeah, no, I don't
Well,
think
you
it was
admit.
actually.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, that was wrong, and so is all the money we send to Israel. And you'll
Well-
never win an Israel first campaign in Florida.
Yeah, I'm not running Israel first. I'm running in America first.
How come the governor hasn't endorsed you?
Well, who did he handpick? Did he handpick?
Has he spoke
Fishback?
about you publicly in 9 months?
He has.
He has?
You should go watch.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. You'll
I
know.
hope you make great
America
choices.
first, America only. You can take your Israel first stuff and you can just be done.
God bless you.
You don't have to put your
We
hands on
protect
me.
your freedom.
Have a good day, sir. You can act real tough, but it doesn't work, bud.
Yeah, because all the kid asked him was like, why are we sending all this fucking money to Israel?
It's like the one that asked, what's his face about the USS Liberty. It's like,
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's the same thing as the Globers. They get all defensive about stuff. It's like, why do you get so defensive about your so-called beliefs?
Uh-oh.
That's all they got. And it ain't really a model.
Uh-oh.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna switch phones because my reception's bad on this tablet.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
What, Trojan horse?
A Trojan horse. The whole caption to it said, beware of AIPAC bearing gifts. Danger is close. You may lose your country soon. Fuck, we've already lost it.
Too late. Too late. Now I got to worry about getting it back.
Yeah, no, we don't want it back. It's contaminated. We have to make a new one. You can't fix this thing. There's
It's been tainted.
It has. It has. It's
Trump's taint.
A fibrous cancer that's woven itself into every socioeconomic facet of our society. There is no other recourse but to kill the patient, euthanize the patient.
Trump rubbed it all over his gooch.
Oh yeah, he's a drubbing fuck. You know what he is though, really? He's a goddamn son of a bitch. Yeah?
Yep.
Now that's really something right there. That really hits people in the heart. You see, he's a goddamn son of a bitch.
How dare you?
I'm just thinking about Trump's cowboy hat. So they gave him one. How many presidents get one? Does every president get a cowboy hat?
Well, the
track.
The difference is JFK never put his on.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Maybe that's part of the game.
It might be
Cowboy hat goes back to there's some that say it represents the Saturn thing, the whole rimmed hat.
Well, I was just talking about the last time that a president was given a white cowboy hat was Kennedy. And then recently Trump got one. But the difference is that Kennedy didn't put his on.
Right, which I was taking like him putting the hat on is him saying, yeah, I'm down with the I'm down with the
He's
Saturn.
a white hat.
Oh
yeah.
He says, I will bend over and open my anal cavity for you to do whatever you wish.
Well, he's had
I'm open for business.
What? This guy looks kind of, he looks angry. Looks angry. He's pointing at something. I don't know what's here.
About to cut a wrestling promo.
Might be. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
What's up?
Your package. You have to sign for it. You have to come outside and sign the package.
What's the name under?
It's this residence. This is 62 Ashford, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sign the package, please. You have to come out and sign it.
That's not my package.
Like, look, I don't know what you want me to do with it. What do you want?
This is odd.
Why is this odd?
That's
Bend
not my
over and I'll show you.
package.
This is your
Who are you?
Who are you?
No, who are you and why are you on my property? That's not my package. Have you been going around door to door doing this to people?
I'm sharing you this video so you see how serious this is. Okay. Now, this woman actually opened the door but left the glass door closed. I wouldn't even do that. If you have to speak to them and you don't have like a ring camera or something, do it through the window. Don't let them see it. Don't raise the blinds. Do it through the blinds. And you can still get the point across that you're not opening the fucking door. Do not, and I repeat, do not ever open the door for someone simply because they say you need to sign for a package. If you're not expecting the package, if the package is not, they can't tell you your name, you leave that fucking door closed. You immediately call 911 and you get your ass arrested. You could tell by the tone of his voice he had been trying to do this a bunch and was unsuccessful. And they're not scared about their faces being seen. You want to know why? Because the minute they get someone to open that door, they're going to snatch your ass up and then you're gone forever and they ain't got to worry about you reporting them. So please share this with everyone out there. Let them see what's going on because a lot of people believe this stuff doesn't really happen. It happens all the time. Sadly, it's the world we live in.
Damn.
Let me tell you something, brother. You
Yeah,
put
he
that
asked you,
goddamn
what-
package on. What?
Say, oh, what's the name on it?
Bend over and I'll show you.
Oh, it doesn't have a name on it? How do you know it's for me? Why would I sign for it? How would you know my name matches whoever it's supposed to be? See, that's bullshit. Look, there's Lowry.
No way.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Son of a bitch.
I just got off an interesting conversation with Nico, and she's of the Catholic disposition, and I just realized learning something from her that I had not really considered even like an issue. We were talking about Pontius Pilate, and for those of you not in the biblical perspective, that was the guy that was the Roman, I guess it was a general. Solve, was he a general?
Governor,
Was he
like a Roman governor.
He was a governor of
Jerusalem.
Yeah, and Nicole actually broke
You wanna hear
something.
something funny though, real quick.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I thought he was Pompous Pilate.
Okay, this is even crazier. Nicole, she thought he was actually a pilot because she was a baby, right? At the time when she was learning about this, so it was like, he's a pilot. He flies planes. He was like, and then we work up through this whole conversation, and she's like, the doctrine that she came up through in the let's call it the Detroit area Catholicism, as it were, was that the mob was the whole mob was a metaphor for Pontius, and I didn't know that she believed that until just tonight. I was like, no, dude, as I read history, if I'm reading history correctly, he was a dude. He was actually a dude that made a decision, whether it was a good decision or bad. He didn't have any choice because the mob was in control of him. Am I reading this correctly?
Yes.
Yeah, and so like he was basically a politician, right? So he's like, hey, we don't have to kill this guy. We don't have to do it. I don't see any reason why I have to kill this guy. But the mob says yes, and he's running the mob, so he has to answer to the mob. Well, Nicole is telling me this story that was taught to her. They did not. The doctrine of her particular Catholic Church, and maybe more, was that there wasn't a person that was Pontius, that it was just the mob as a metaphor. And I'm like, no, it was a person. It reads that way. They've got sculptures of this guy in history that he existed. This actually,
there's documents too,
as much
between Rome and Jerusalem.
Yeah, as much as we can read history the best we can, and all we're trying to do is read it.
He was cornered and pressured.
Like if anything, he was the ultimate guy between a rock and a hard place.
Well, yeah, the manpower was extremely low. Passover was coming. All kinds of religious zealots and shit coming into the city. Okay. Riots had been known to break out at such things. Okay.
Yeah.
They couldn't send any extra manpower from Rome. Okay. And they certainly couldn't do shit if a riot were to break out. And that's exactly what Caiaphas threatened Pilate with if he didn't do his bidding.
if he didn't do his bidding, and he was answerable
They were
to
gonna
the
rile
mob.
up the crowds. They was going to rile up the crowds because by this time there was all these people that were following this rabbinical bullshit, this Talmudic fucking synagogue shit.
And you had Pharisees. You had the Pharisees in the crowd.
Yeah. Well,
at
that's
that point in time.
what Caiaphas was.
And then you also had Barabbas, who was like some sort of negotiating chip.
This is what. Okay, Pilate didn't want to have to kill Jesus.
No, he never wanted to.
Bit extreme for something you think he said. That's really fucking extreme. And so that's why they brought the worst fucking prisoner that they had in the jail. Okay, Barabbas was a fucking murderer, serial killer, cannibal. This guy was fucking horrible, right? He could not be trusted to be loose. And so they gave him the choice between this horrible, terrible fucking criminal and Jesus. And Barabbas Caiaphas had the crowd yell to have Jesus. Okay. So then he had to be flogged. They flogged him, right? And that still wasn't enough. They wanted him put to death. And it was a threat of violence in the city that got their way. It was like, wow, if that's the sacrifice I have to make to not have our garrison overrun and a rebellion take place, then we better fucking capitulate.
And which is fascinating to me. And talking to Nicole tonight, like she was taught that the Pontius Pilate was not a person; it was the mob, which is a twisted up reading of history. It's like, no, he was a dude. He was a dude. We've got evidences that he was there. And
he wasn't the mob. He was facing a mob.
He was facing the mob. Yeah, and he had to answer to the mob because he didn't have any choice. I mean, he was gonna get murdered himself if he didn't answer to the mob. I mean, that's how power works in that position.
And the fact of the matter is Rome was weakening at this point.
Yeah,
they didn't have the manpower to defend Jerusalem. And during Jerusalem, the population grows, the hotels and inns start filling up. You've got these people all making fucking pilgrimages to Jerusalem for Passover, right?
Yeah.
And what happens with large events and large crowds? They're already a fucking powder keg for possible rioting, right? Especially when they're of a religious nature. People start arguing. You think it's bad here on Facebook or on fucking YouTube. And man, you get large groups of people that have differing opinions on their religion and shit together.
It becomes chaos very fast.
Okay. So yeah,
you get that vibe
from Trump. To have any kind of unrest outside anything greater than what was already expected. They just didn't have enough cops.
Well, you know what's even more interesting to me is like because we had a long conversation downstairs about this topic. I was talking to Nicole and my buddy Dave, and we're like, I read the Bible as a textbook. I never went to church. I don't have any church going experience at all. I didn't grow up that way, so I just read the Bible as a text. And I read it in a way that was like, okay, this is a learning experience, whether it's true or not. I don't care. I just read it that way. And what I'm finding is in my moving forward in all of this is I'm finding a lot of people that are claiming to be of Scripture that don't even know what Scripture they're of. I'm like, dude, I know more about the Bible than you do. I've never been to church my whole life. I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, did sorry, they're downstairs still talking theology.
Yeah, speaking of the guy you were talking about, Pontius Pilate. Do you think Trump gives you that vibe in a way like he's trying to provoke something?
I don't care about that guy. That guy can disappear tomorrow. I would not care. That guy's a nothing burger.
Right.
He's a nothing burger.
So you don't feel like he's gonna try to do something.
I don't. It's a stage. It's a stage.
RG. Pilate wasn't trying to provoke anything. He was trying to prevent the provocation.
Yeah, that's what I meant to ask. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they brought Jesus to him. Yeah.
He didn't kill anybody.
Anyway.
I just got off a video chat with a personal friend, and they informed me of something, and at first I'm like, are you out of your freaking mind? And then after I got off the call, I'm like, wait a minute. I think he's right. They're hiding in plain sight. Did you see the guy on the news that was wearing a mask? It's been all over the news, all over TikTok. The guy's talking, I don't know if it was Fox News or whatever, and it's evident. It's so obvious the guy's got a mask on. As he's talking, you can see the thing flipping up and down on his neck, and I'm like, they're not even trying to hide anymore. And he's like, do you know why they're trying to put these masks on these people? It's not that they're trying to be somebody else. They're aliens. I'm like, come on. Aliens? He said they're aliens. Reptilians, whatever you want to call them. And they wear these masks so they can blend in with the regular people. But sometimes there's a crack. They miss something. He said today, they missed something. They forgot about the seam on the mask. And I'm like, I've never heard of this before. But think about it. They just announced basically that there's UFOs and aliens. They've been here. He said they've been here. They've been here for hundreds of years. They blend in with regular people. And they're even on the news. They're in government. They're in stores. They're everywhere. And they're here to stay. And pretty soon, the masks are going to come off. That's what he told me. So be prepared. Be prepared.
They live. They live.
Well, think about it. Think about it.
You guys think they've been here before? Like
the serpent, the deceiver, and these people that we see wearing these masks, these persona on the news and in the media and in our politics are deceivers. It stands to reason, and it's very, very highly possible. I don't know, man, because these people are not human. That's for sure. They're not human.
They certainly don't behave that way.
No.
If we're to
They
judge, if we're to look at them and be like, you're not behaving the same way that I would in that situation. It's really weird.
Right.
You know, it's weird because
you think Lowry that they maybe somebody was trying to wipe them out a long time ago or something, like on this realm, like they may have, because
I
I know a lot of this
think
stuff,
I think they're contractually obliged to show themselves eventually. I just think they are, because the karma ritual doesn't work unless they eventually just have to give it up. They have to give up the ghost, and that's what we were talking about last
alien
night.
narrative. Like, I wouldn't think they would be alien or classified as alien if
Well,
they
they're
were
just
like here a
here.
long time ago or something.
They're not aliens. Okay, that's dumb. There's no such thing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're alien like that. Like they're from a different place. I just
Now,
think
is it possible
what they're
that
digging
there's
up is-
another species that has been masquerading alongside of us? Yeah,
I would posit that that's correct. I would posit that.
I mean, look at
I got a lot of
once
things
again,
I'd like to show y'all, like links. Give y'all some.
You should
stuff they've
start a
been digging up.
YouTube channel, RG. You really should, and show all that stuff.
Gotcha.
But the thing, yeah, you should really. I'm serious. What is that? Somebody vacuuming?
I don't know. Not me.
I think the conversation on the table and addressing it correctly and responsibly is that we're not the top of the food chain, and nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that.
Who's got a vacuum cleaner running?
It's not from my end.
I've
been muted.
Not me.
Not I. I'm by myself here at the house.
I will mute just to check it to make sure it's not me, but I'm pretty.
No, it's not
Nope,
loud.
not me.
Hang on.
So
Everybody, hold on.
but anyway,
It was truth revolution.
Truth. Yeah, something going on.
But
It's like static or something.
That's him. He's got some kind of. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner going in the background.
Anyway, that was my
Like
rant
a
for tonight.
hotel,
You guys
like a
keep
maid or
keep
something.
crushing. I'm going to keep listening. You guys keep rocking it. All right. Cheers.
Oh, I was going to ask you how you would address it. Damn.
How would I address what? How would I address what?
But what you were saying about the subject on the table, like how, the right step would be to go about, the first step being you know,
To
like you
responsibly
say,
talk about
how
the
to go
fact that
about it.
we're not at the top
Yeah.
of the food chain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a
Oh, yeah.
toughie.
I think technology wise, we might be lagging, but there might have been a breakaway. So I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, well,
See
if you
some pretty
think of it, we're not the
weird shit
first
in our
people.
skies.
We're not the first people to rent this apartment that we're in, this place.
Yeah.
You know, so like, if let's say you're an older civilization and you don't have anything to do with us because we're an irrational species that follows blind faith in certain directions, that we're dangerous. And I would just hide. I would hide on places that aren't on maps. I would go somewhere where no one would ever go, and I'd be like, we don't want to have anything to do with us. Now, that's not me being like hard on our own species.
Well,
It's
they
just
are
that-
not the first one to think of that either. That's pretty much what happens in Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah,
There's a
which is
breakaway civilization that this guy started.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's a powerful conversation because, like, really, if you want to talk about Ayn Rand, okay, so Ayn Rand was like a lot of people just like to just smash her or whatever, but she makes sense. She's like, people do work that is provable work that gets things done, and it makes things better for everybody. And she goes through this in several of her novels. She goes through it. She's like, these are people doing real work, and it has real results of this. And then you've got a body of let's call it the proletariat, which just wanders around out there and doesn't do shit. They just do what they're told. And that doesn't serve the people that actually know how to do real stuff, like say weld, like do some welding or like fix something on your house or something like that. It's really valuable, you know, in life. And there's a whole bunch of people out there that just don't know how to fucking do that, and they may never know how to do that. And if I was that civilization, I would be like, we need to get the fuck away from them and get as far away from them as we can and hide our place on a map.
Well,
Hide it.
it's not by choice either. It's the way that they have the system set up to keep everybody ignorant that way, because they're easier to fucking control. If you keep them needy, they're not going to get rid of you. If you're, you know, who's gonna fucking bite the hand that feeds them? Really? Come on.
Yeah,
So that's exactly what they do. If they have you dependent upon them and get you believe that they are indeed like your surrogate parents, then you're not going to say, hey, no, you know, no, you need them, see?
Yeah,
So
and
don't
then
make-
it becomes the ultimate question.
It's
Like,
it's the candy trap at the van with no windows, you know? It's the same thing.
yeah, and you end up ultimately on these questions and conversations, you ultimately end up asking yourself, it's like, what am I in this world? Am I good enough to be here? And why should I feel bad about not being at the top of the food chain? And then you ask yourself that question, why am I not at the top of the food chain? And then you're like, because I can't talk to people with my mind. I can't move things with electromagnetism. I can't do any of that stuff because we weren't taught that shit. There's a civilization that's probably just offshore that's not on any maps that probably can do all this shit, and they're just laughing at us. And I go through that conversation every day.
Well, that's what I
myself.
laugh about. I look at how complicated these fucking idiots make everything. And I'm like, you know, especially with this thing, this concept of gravity, I'm like, that never did make sense to me. I'm like, how does something have a force? Where's it getting? How is it making a force just because it exists?
Ye old juju black magic, right?
And I'm like, that don't make any fucking sense to me, you know? Their whole story falls apart with that. But they have these little magical forces that they imagine, and they've got that beat into people's head, this myth. Oh my God, what a stupid myth of mass attracts mass. There's absolutely no reason for that. There's no reason that mass would attract mass at all. None.
It's a made up. It's a made up story. And then once you kind of get your arms around that, then you can actually start walking forward and making sense of your life in a real way. I'm talking like when we talk about, like, we do these streams. We've done these streams for a lot of years, and now we can move forward and we can actually just start remanufacturing actually what's really going on. You know,
well, that's what I do. It's like I'm saying, look, you can't see the forest for the trees because you don't consider the medium, because the medium is the deciding factor.
Yeah.
It's the fluid, dummy. You're always in a fluid. Everything is always in some kind of a fluid. There's no getting around that. Okay, and it's nothing more than whether or not the fluid rejects you or you reject the fluid. One of the two things are going to happen. Either way, displacement is taking place, not just displacement of the gas or the object. It is actually displacement of the object too. It's not just the gas that it's displacing or the any other fluid medium.
And one of the best examples.
It really made me think of something.
It's like a seesaw. It's like a seesaw, you know, when you get 5 grams on this side and 5 grams on this side, it stays exactly right in the fucking middle, right there. Equilibrium, because it's equal. Equilibrium comes from being the word equal, right? If I add a greater amount of weight on one side, say one side represents density of the object and the other side represents the density of the medium, right? It depends on which one has the higher number is going to determine which way it balances on the scale. It's real fucking.
And one of the greatest examples of that was really, and it was strange to me actually seeing it, was there was a guy that did some submarine work in the Gulf of Mexico, I think it was, and he had discovered
Gulf of America now.
A layer of water.
Gulf of America now. You know?
Gulf of America, yeah. But he had discovered what looked like a shore underwater. In other words, if you can seek this out on YouTube, shore underwater. There was actually a denser water underneath the regular water, and he had actually put a sub down there and saw it. It was actually lapping up. It was water in water, and I'm like, that's fucking weird. But then,
you know that guy's dead now, right?
Yeah, I heard there was some chatter that the once he did that, then he died, which wouldn't surprise me.
he actually was actually getting samples of that tested.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody in the heliocentric religion wants any of that information going out there. They don't want it. I mean, it just is what it is.
Or in the control. No. You got to keep people believing that their little habitat is what you've made them believe that it is. You know.
Yeah.
We can have fun with it and tease them all the time.
About displacement, you made me think of something just a second ago. I was looking at a demonstration today of where they do the high speed, the rail gun thing where they smash things. Well, anyway, so they were doing these really slow motion tracker cameras, and when it was pushing. As it spun, as it was pushing this what we called, the medium, it looked so surreal. Like it didn't look real when it was displacing the fluid, just because like it was clear, it was just looked super smooth, but it was right out in front of it, like it was pushing the medium instead of already puncturing, like a sound barrier break. And I'll drop it in the back here just so y'all can check it out. But
probably
really
moisture.
I never seen anything like that.
Probably moisture in the air condensing from friction.
No, it was the medium.
That's
was
what you
powerful.
see. Well, yeah, that is part of the medium. That's correct. It's part of the medium. That's another thing we lose with altitude is the component of moisture.
Yeah, true.
One thing,
beautiful though.
Yeah. Well, one thing we can learn that we're getting real world examples on is my favorite one is the rocket sled. I mean, if you watch the rocket sled video, you're just
that's what I was talking about.
That's 6,000 miles an hour, and no rocket looks like that leaving Florida. It just doesn't, right? Well, now this is great, and guys, I hope like somebody out there in chat or somebody wants to pursue this. They have a train in, I think it's in Japan or China. It's running at about 310 miles an hour, and they've got footage out there of what that thing looks like. Yeah. It's a maglev, and it's and literally all the press was out there on a bridge watching it go by. And if you're not watching, it's gone before you even know that it's coming. And so you take pictures like that, say the rocket sled or this train in China, Japan, wherever it's at, and just turn it away from the surface of the earth, and then compare the speed of that thing.
Right.
compared to what they're, you know,
Oh,
what they're
I'm like,
launching off the ground. It's
where are
just
they getting
dumb.
these? Where the fuck are they getting these numbers from for the speed when they're showing you this rocket thing?
Dude, they
got a
fucked
whole-
up. Dude, they
got
fucked
a
up on
speedometer.
Artemis. They
They got
fucked up on Artemis. It used to be 17,000 miles an hour getting out of the atmosphere. It used to be. They fucked up. It was 1,200 miles an hour, even if it was already at airline height and it was already curving down, right? Their speed said 1,200 miles an hour. Well, the space shuttle, that big turd, apparently was going 17,500 miles an hour when it was leaving, you know, the alleged atmosphere. They just fucked up.
Maybe our gravity changed. And after all we got coming up here in a couple of months now, gravity's going to stop for 7 seconds.
It's going to stop for 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Y'all need Jesus.
Imagine how high you could get, man, with the weight of the earth coming out from under your feet, dude. What they claim, right?
All you gotta do is jump real high when that happens, man. And you're
Can we
gone.
figure that out? Like a
Hold on, wait
like
a second. Wait a
math thing, right quick.
Wait, how could the Earth weigh anything?
Right.
Yeah,
it's what they
just
claim. You know,
Right, think about that. How could the Earth weigh anything at all if it is in a weightless environment?
I was about to say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no such thing as weight, so you just don't know it.
gravitas. It's gravitas.
It's like putting water in water, right?
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
You
I
guys
think,
keep crushing. I'll keep listening. Cheers,
yeah.
guys.
Well, I'm gonna pop off too.
Good
I got
talking to you, Lowry.
I'll see you later, son. Thanks for having me.
Later on, buddy.
All right.
Don't do anything Jesus wouldn't do.
That's right.
Or Pontius Pilate.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Or that.
But yeah, me and you could probably talk gravity one day on a show or something. I think I got everyone beat with the way to explain it. Yeah.
What?
Just my opinion. I think I beat all the scientists, everybody, on the explanation of.
Let us know it. Let us know what you know that we don't know.
I mean, it's kind of hurts your brain when I put it all out there. And I don't think so.
I believe that.
Probably don't.
My explanation for the observed effect is very simple to understand.
Okay.
It isn't complicated at all.
That's
It's
all
real
I'm saying.
simple, man. It's real simple. It's just a ratio. It's just a ratio between. Okay, it's displacement. You understand? Okay, so
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I understand.
you displace the same amount of cubic inches of the fluid you're in, right?
Mhm.
So the amount you displace is that much cubic inches. Now, which is denser? If you had a statue of yourself made of air, which one is going to have more density? You or the statue made of air? Well, it's going to be you, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we change the ratio of the medium, okay? Now, because if you have to look at it this way, you're in the air. There's no air where your body is. The air wants to be there. That's why it presses against you in all directions. It wants to be there, but it can't because of the simple fact that two objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time, right? Mm-hmm. So it wants to be where you're at because it's a restricted fluid. It's contained.
And we're just talking about the mass at this point, right?
Okay, so now what we've got, I'm not, well, mass doesn't really have, it's just the relative density of the object versus the same cubic inches of the medium that it displaces. So now we change that to water. When I'm in the water, there's literally a hole in the water, a hollow space in the water that is the same shape as me. I'm filling it. Okay? I'm filling that hole that I create by being there. Now we take the same rule. I take and make a statue of myself exactly identical in all proportion out of water. which is going to be denser? That statue of me made out of water or me?
Yeah.
It's going to be the water. So consequently, what happens is instead of me really displacing the water so much as the water is trying to displace me. Because it's a confined fluid, it wants me out of there because I'm not of its I'm closer to its relative density, but not enough to push me all the way out. Because above it, I am much denser than the relative density to the medium that's above the water. So where do I rest? Yeah. Somewhere in the middle. That's why a small amount of you remains above water. It's seeking equilibrium. That's all. It's just balance. It's not difficult.
Right on, bro.
No
so
big.
if we were just conversating one day casually, we were sitting on the park bench just chatting it up, and let's say that I'm hearing you all the way, and like you're a flat earther, and you tell me, hey, I'm a flat earther. I'm like, damn, dude, I don't know why it's that way, but in a minute, once this is over, I'll be like, hey, I'm a glober. Let me tell you how I think gravity really works, or something like that, something weird, But we can talk after. I don't want to like slow down anything. I like this guy, dude.
What are you trying to say there?
I don't even understand any of that. When you're sitting on a park bench talking to a glober.
Oh, you want me to tell? You want me to tell? I didn't. Okay, yeah. Let me tell. Okay. I can tell you. Okay. So I'll try to make it quick. But let me try to let me get it all the way out. That way I can feel like I got it right. Okay,
we'll get to it.
I know. God damn, the preamble's really starting to bore the fuck out of me. Just get to it, bro.
All right. Am I good to go? Good to go?
Go, man.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's just say when we do a time lapse of the night skies, right, and we're looking north and south, we're at the equator, and we see the circumpolar vortexes, right? We'll call them vortexes. We can't see it, but somehow this motion is being caused. Okay. So from under the earth, the way I understand it is, this is where pretty much gases are created and pushed out of the earth through however much force. Different things happen, like volcanoes or whatever, just that are pushed up out of the earth. Okay. So I'm pretty sure, like when these gases come out of the earth, with the earth being neutral to a more negative effect, right? That each gas molecule, or each gas, the electric forces between these, let's say charges. Okay, that when they're coming up, right, a more strong force would be, a neutral or negative, right? So I think that since everything, no matter what size, has a positive or negative or plus minus charge, that as these things are pushed up, then the positive side would be up toward the sky. All right. Now, and each one that comes out of the earth is going to do this. Let's say there's a positive charge that's coming up out of the earth, it's just fighting to try to find its place. Well, as it surfaces, it's going to flip either way. Let's just try to make it. And I'm talking about outside the firmament. All right. So next thing is, like, as it's being pushed up, right, and away from the ground, that at some point it's going to be, due to the jet stream or wherever it's at on the, due to these forces of twist and spin from the circumpolar vortexes. So once they get a certain point, they're going to be pulled upward, and as a positive and a positive charge, the second positive being the firmament, or the movement, as it gets closer to it gets through the jet stream or whatever, it finds its way up, it's going to be pushed back down toward the ground again, because two positives are going to repel each other. Now, as these gases come back down, right, then they're going to, at, I would call it the Kármán line, at around that height, that the heavier gases are going to be pushed down, and the other ones are going to be they're going to find their place there at the top of the weather systems on top, and then that's what's going to be called the charge being pushed down. The effect of it is going to be called gravity, and then You know, that's my best guess to gravity. Like something's pushing out, you know, and once it gets at the Kármán line there, it's going to be pushed back down from the energetic effect of the electromagnetic spectrum, right? And then they sort themselves out as they're pushed down. But yeah, that's my best guess. What do you think?
Typical ways to
If
get
we were
there,
sitting
but
on the bench talking, what would you tell me?
Huh?
I have no
I was
idea
saying,
what the fuck you were even talking about, bro. I mean, it's really trying to follow that, and it was really I don't know what you're getting at.
I partially, I
That's
got
fine.
some of it, like, but I don't really know how that explains gravity. But
This is a theory of yours?
like you're
Yeah,
saying
I
that
think
you're saying that
they're
these gases
the
are
gases are pushed
emitted.
up out of the earth, and then once they hit the Kármán
Well,
line, being
that's
pushed upwards in
there's
a
some
energetic.
gases. Wait, some gases come up out of the earth. Other gases are created by plants, animals,
Right.
consumption of by the consumption of organic material by I mean there's this whole
And
respiration.
I'm sure some never
system
even
that
come
takes
out of the
place
earth.
here.
Yeah.
There are trace gases that do come out of the earth, yeah. But the thing is that we have this we are at the source of production of gases, right? Where the production and exchange of gases take place right here, okay? So it makes the most sense that is going to be the densest area of the gases. And keep in mind, it's a mixture of gases. A lot of times people try to compare it to a singular gas. We don't have
No, it's a lot of different ones. Yeah.
mixture. Okay, we have a mixture. Now, what happens is as you rise up in elevation, of course, you have what? A larger dispersal area. So the gas is able to spread out further than it can closer to the ground because it can only spread out from the ground up. All right. But we also have another effect that's taking place, and that's temperature. The temperature seems to start getting cooler as we get higher. Now, each of these different gases behave in the same manner, but at different rates due to temperature. So let's just gas A and gas B are a mixture. I add 50 degrees Fahrenheit to it. Okay, gas A acts faster, right? And gas B acts faster, but gas B is only going half as fast as gas A, right? So they're behaving the same, but in different rates due to this one aspect. Now, that causes start to have a little bit of a separation. We start to get a little bit of a separation because the one gas is reacting faster than the other gas is reacting. We also get to a certain altitude and we start losing and gaining more dispersal area. We lose more components in the mixture. One of the primary ones we lose is moisture. We lose moisture because it condenses and falls back to the earth, part of that respiration process. So then what we've got is a larger dispersal area, a change in the component mixture, and cooler temperature will reduce air pressure. These are just three fundamental things working together that decrease pressure as you rise in altitude. At no point does it ever get to zero. That's ridiculous.
Right. Well, I think what I was trying to get at was the way I look at the ceiling of that thing would be where it comes, the firmament would get smaller as it goes up. So there would be an apex to where, once it's pushed up into that little cubby hole, I think that it's getting more pressurized, and that's what's going to cause the firmament to push down on it more. You know what I mean? Because it's smaller in that area.
Would you tend
Don't talk about my hole that way.
Would you tend to think? Would you tend to go along with the idea that perhaps the height of the firmament is what they call the Kármán line?
No, I think that's just where the Kármán line would be the determiner of what's gonna kind of stay up, right, and not get pushed back down, or
No, it's a
right.
boundary
I think the
line of
carbon
some
line.
kind. What formulates that boundary?
Well, they say it's different at different like temperatures, and then different times of year, like the ionosphere may be
I don't think you
being
understand what
pushed
the
up
Kármán line
higher,
is.
or it's
The Kármán line is that sweet spot where you come out of Earth's atmosphere into space.
right. But that's where the air gets a lot thinner, right? That's
No, it's where it goes away.
beginning
It's
of
where
where.
you're in
Yeah,
space.
it's getting
where
pulled one
space
way or the
starts.
other.
Where
Oh, okay.
space
I
starts.
got you. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Somewhere close. It's like 60 miles, right? Somewhere.
Yeah.
62 miles.
All right.
62 or
So
something.
that's the point. I thought you knew about that. Anyway,
Oh, no, you're good. But go ahead and finish. I'm listening. I
you
dropped my
brought up
phone,
the
sorry.
Kármán line earlier. I thought you'd know what it was.
Sorry,
Anyway,
I dropped my phone. I couldn't hear you, buddy. I got my phone now.
I said you brought up the Kármán line earlier. That's why I thought that you knew what it was.
Yeah,
Anyway, now that you know what it
I
is.
guess for me, it's I used it, I guess, as like a determiner of where the gases are pushed up into more of an apex, like a point, and then when it's being shoved back down, right? Then those
What's shoving
heavier
it?
gas
What is
molecules.
shoving it back
Hold on one
down?
second. Hold on. The heavier gas molecules will get on a lot faster, and then the
What
positive.
What is
ones will
shoving it
kinda
back
linger.
down, RG? What is shoving it back down?
Like when you know how the Earth kind of breathes, like it's a inhale, exhale kind of.
Oh my God, no,
With the
no,
seat.
no,
With the
no,
seat.
no.
Okay,
no.
you asked me. I don't know.
No, I mean, really, that's not even close to how anything works at all.
Oh, yeah, electromagnetically. I mean, these things are being pushed up into a point, right? Into a ceiling
What's
that's
pushing
not
them?
level. It's not flat.
He's saying what's
In
pushing
my
back against them once they
What's
reach that
pushing
point.
back against it? What's pushing back against the gas
You're saying,
spreading out?
right. So, how can I explain? It's like
you
if
were
you
trying to
breathe and your
explain it
lungs
as like
or
there's
your
a big
lungs are
inhale.
inflated, and then when you blow it out, your lungs push and deflate themselves, kind of like that in a way.
We understand that
Like
part, but
but
what's pushing
electrically,
back against it once
electromagnetically,
it reaches
not.
that certain point?
No. It'll keep going up until the charge, like where
He's
the
saying it's
positive
just being
sides of a
pulled
to do
gas.
back.
with the charge. It has
Hold
nothing
on
to
one
do with the
second, please.
charge.
Let me finish.
Oh my
What I'm
God,
trying
where
to
do
say
you
is
get
like
this crazy stuff from, man?
It sounds like some TikTok shit.
It does.
studying, brother.
I'm
Does.
soaking.
Like, where do you get that crazy shit from, man? What would be pushing back against the gas escaping?
Okay,
What I was
like
trying to
each
get out is this
molecule of
idea
gas.
of a cake dish.
Hold on.
The idea of a cake dish dome is in error.
Okay, that's your.
Well, wait a minute.
decision.
If it's only
Right?
62 miles high, let's say
No, not
that
to,
would,
to the Kármán line.
that's where the Kármán
That's what we're
line's at,
talking about.
dipshit. It's 62 miles.
And that's why you don't go into space when you cross the Kármán line.
Well,
You're
you're not
just still
That's
in low
what
Earth
the
orbit.
claim is. It doesn't matter what you think the
Their
fucking
claim,
Kármán
brother.
line
Their
is.
claim, not
That's
mine.
what they say the Kármán line is. It don't matter
Right.
what you
That's not
think
my.
it
That's
is.
not my thought.
So
Okay.
basically, you're using a little bit of a quote unquote pseudo globe science to explain.
Yeah, because you can measure the Kármán line, the height of the Kármán line, right?
You just
How do you do that? How do you do
all
that?
right.
Bro, through the pressures and
Through the pressures.
and
How do
then
you get?
also,
Wouldn't you have to get up there to measure the pressure?
yes, but I can't, brother. I can't
That's
do
right.
that.
You can't. So you only can rely on what they tell you, right?
But you can use it, brother. You can use it. I don't
For
get
what?
it, bro. I'm just trying to explain it. Just trying to
I
explain
was
it.
trying to
Like the way I
explain it.
think.
You don't know what the Kármán line is.
Okay. So the positive facing molecules of gas would be, the electrically charged firmament would push back down on the molecules until they flip.
Okay.
Again,
So you just said firmament. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Okay.
finally you mentioned that.
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay. Not a solid, like a barrier that you can go knock on. I'm talking about like the actual toroidal forces of this system.
That's what we
So I'm
were
trying
asking
to,
when we
There
said,
and
what
let
is
me
it
just
pushing
finish up,
back?
please. Let me finish. Look, check this out.
gases have
So
never been
after,
shown to be contained by such a force.
okay, listen, after this is being pushed back down, then at the Kármán line, right, the heavier gases will pretty much
What's the
fall.
Kármán line?
Is it
Listen,
the
dude, please
firmament or
let
the
me finish,
Kármán?
please,
What is
please,
the
bro.
Kármán line?
Just let me finish. Okay.
Well, I want
So
to know
once
what the
these
Kármán
molecules
line
are
is.
flipped, once these molecules are flipped, and then they're
How do they
attracted
flip?
by the
What do they get
negatively
flipped
charged
by?
ground or the neutral ground,
What do they get
which
flipped
would,
by? What flips them?
what is going on right now, brother?
He's saying the
What is
positive,
happening?
and you're saying the positive molecules of the firmament, but then you go on to say, are you saying the Kármán line
That
is the
the
listen,
positive charge
listen.
of the
Are you
firmament.
saying the Kármán? You won't listen to anything I'm saying. Are
Okay,
you
I'm
saying the
listening.
Kármán line is the firmament, or is it two separate
No,
things?
two separate things.
Okay,
Then what
now
is the
finish.
But it's
Kármán
not an
line?
object. The Kármán
What
line
is
isn't an
it?
object. It's just open space.
Then how do you know
Yeah.
you crossed it?
Dude, because things you can measure it, like the pressures and stuff.
How do
and
you measure
the
it?
charge is, I'm sorry?
How do you measure it?
I can't, but people with oh my God.
So
Are
again,
you,
someone else
okay.
told me in a TikTok video.
Oh, no, dude. Why do you always put me in that category? Why are you doing that? Why
Because that's
do you act like
that's
that,
the
bro?
type of dumb shit you say. Is right out of a TikTok
Or,
video.
or
So
we
Because
don't
of a
have
height?
we don't have to put it in
Because
a
of a height.
TikTok sense, but where do you get your information from? Let's put it like that. What's your
Okay,
source? I
let's
hate to
forget the
sound like
Kármán
a
line.
Like,
globaler,
can you
but
explain how it works on us? I just want to know. Like,
Yes,
I don't
I'm
know.
trying
I'm
to,
just
but every
confused.
time I talk, I can't get it out because everyone jumps
well,
on
it's
me.
because you stammer and stammer and stammer, and then you won't answer questions. You say the Kármán line, then you say the firmament. You never differentiate between the two. You don't know
Because
what the
I'm
Kármán line
trying to
is.
tell you my whole thought process, trying to give you the whole shebang
Yeah, but you're
all at once.
incorrect about things. If you
Okay, then I'm incorrect. Okay.
wait,
or,
if you
Okay.
incorporate things that are patently incorrect into your theory, then your theory is no good,
Okay.
right?
Okay. I'm no good. My theory sucks. I'm a TikTok lover. Okay.
Listen,
Cool.
I'm just telling you tell me exactly what is the Kármán line? What's it made out of? How is it determined that that's where it is? And don't just go, well, they find pressure and this, that, and the other. How would one know what the height of the Kármán line is? What is it?
did you leave? I think you left.
I was told by everybody else. What do you do? Leave?
I guess, or got something happen. But the thing
I
is,
don't know. You didn't
I
have
think
to
you already
leave.
bounced.
Anyway, what I was going to get at is with this cake dome idea, no, because let's say it is only 62 miles or 80 miles or whatever. Figure out how far 80 miles is in comparison to the Earth. It's not very much. So this firmament or this dome, this expanse, would have to be more like a blister over the Earth in comparison to the size of it. You have to think about how far 60 miles is, how far 80 miles is even. How far up is that actually off of the entire Earth? And there's your apex. Boom. Connect the two sides with an arc. It's going to be like a blister. It's not this idea of a cake dome, that's kind of fallacious.
it wasn't that I didn't understand what he's saying. Is that you go off on so many different paths without finishing one before you gotta like finish one subject before you move on to the other. And then of course we're gonna have questions. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to sit and call it you get all your information off TikTok or whatever, but it's kind of
I mean, it is that same kind of weirdness, though. I mean, it's like, wait a minute, what the hell? And then when everybody, when you take the gravitational pull of this thing over here, and then it's like, wait a second, where did this thing over here come from? And what?
You just got to collect your thoughts a little better and put them into a little more.
Not delineating the theory very well at all, because it's like I was always told the Kármán line, okay, according to the NASA people, right? The Kármán line is that sweet spot that you boop, pop out of the Earth's atmosphere and into space. And that's what you hit when they start getting that drag and catching on fire and enduring incredible, unheard of heats.
And then the moon's gravity starts to pull you in. Yeah, all that business.
Come on, man.
But yeah.
It's real simple how this shit works. And if that's the problem, they want to make it so complicated that you don't bother even thinking about it. And it's really not that simple. Anybody that's ever played around in the water a lot would understand exactly what you're talking about. Exactly. You just put it in that context. I used to actually do that when I was a kid. I'd take a snorkel and a mask, and I used to love to go around this one part of our lake, man. It was really cool. These fish used to nest around in there and shit. And you could see all this stuff. And I would love to swim around and pretend like I was flying, and come up to the seaweed, and it would be like you're flying over top of a forest and shit. And you can dive down in between the trees and shit and then come back up and, treat it like I was flying in my imagination. And that's, I don't know, always stuck with me. It's like, well, yeah, that would be pretty cool. If we were lighter, we could do that in the air too, but we're not. So I have to smoke weed instead. So I don't mean to be short with the dude, but it's like, man, what the fuck? You just went down like 5 different pathways in it. I don't know what any of those other things have to do with what you're trying to tell me at all, man. It's like, you got to lay it out or something. And that's what I was saying, man. He needs to start up a fucking YouTube channel and blow those theories out there and shit and let the people react to it or whatever they do.
He's got a channel, but
yeah, put out some content, man.
It's you just
don't do it to make money. Do it to get the thing out. Shit, you put out some videos with your theories or whatever. I'll repost them and shit. But I mean, I'm like, you're gonna have to get down some kind of a format of what you want to say.
Yeah.
I can only imagine you giving a recipe for fucking chocolate chip cookies, man. That'd be a mess. Get it in fucking order, what you're trying to say. That's all. Oh, hey, he's a nice guy and everything. I just don't get what the fuck where he comes up with some of that shit, man. I don't know, man. What do you say? He says, well, I view the Kármán line as this. And I'm like, well, then you're not viewing the Kármán line. You're viewing something else because the definition of it is this, right? How high up is that fucking thing? Let's look.
But that was like 62 or 64 miles or something.
62 or 64 miles.
Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're going to give it in gay because they're trying to get you to use that measurement. See? Oh, it's so many kilometers, so many meters.
This is why I stay away from
Whatever
all
they
that
say.
crap. I don't use their maths and sciences and theories and all. It's like, just keep it simple. It really isn't as hard as everybody makes it out.
It isn't. It really isn't. It really isn't. Everything makes fucking sense,
The way they do it is for confusion. It's on purpose. It's to confuse everybody, to try and solve an equation that's unsolvable, and they know that.
Right.
And that's,
oh, I know the Earth is a globe. How do you know that? Look at the sky. Okay. Then I know it's over right there. I was like, okay, that's your thing. You looked at the ceiling. Hey, you want to go to this thing called a planetarium? Look. Oh, look at there. Look at the fucking ceiling. That means the Earth's a globe. Dumbass. God.
So last week, Sebastian Gorka, the fat gay whale, new counterterrorism czar, went on fake news mainstream media and said that Tucker Carlson is a domestic terrorist because he's noticed too much about our greatest ally, and he's said a bunch of things about not wanting any foreign wars that are absolute bullshit dragging on forever, and evidently that makes him a domestic terrorist, and I was like, that's fucking retarded. Then this afternoon, somebody sends me a post from Alex Jones, and Alex Jones has got his hands on this list that Sebastian Gorka, the fat gay whale, has put together in collaboration with The Israeli counterintelligence group known as 545, like digital surveillance shit, they put out a list and it's got Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones on it. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, holy shit, dude, I'm on that list, and like 50 other people. I was like, I didn't even know I was that special. Just some random dude from the middle of the country that lives on his farm and barely ever leaves. I'm a fucking threat to your national security because I hold America first values and I am against foreign bullshit, endless wars for Israel. Like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense, doesn't it? Now, I'll tell you what this tells me. This government has no fucking plans on ending that war with Iran. I looked into their bullshit peace proposal thing today. There's no fucking peace proposal going on. There's no peace talks. Iranian officials and U.S. officials, they have not yet met face-to-face at all. You can't have a peace deal without that. They're just handing letters back and forth, passing notes like they're a bunch of 8th grade school bitches. So there's no fucking peace deal coming out. They are going to drag this motherfucker out. When they keep saying that they are going to institute a draft, like they keep talking about that shit, Mark Levin, Ed Galrain was even talking, oh yeah, we got to have a fucking draft. Lindsey Graham's talking about a fucking draft. That's because they want to enact a draft. That's why they keep saying that shit. Just like Corona. They would say some absolutely retarded shit and you kind of ignore it because you were like, that's retarded. No fucking way are you going to make us stand 6 feet apart. And then they actually fucking did it. They say these things because they actually mean them. They are going to institute a draft. They are going to drag this into some fucking god-awful forever war. This is just going to be a god-awful fuckfest. This is everything we didn't vote for. There's been no accountability. There's no deportations. We've had nothing of what we were promised. Kash Patel's a giant fucking joke. Dan Bongino, that vagina washed out, didn't fucking hold anybody accountable. We got a couple patsies slapped together, covering up the murder of Charlie Kirk. Pam Bondi was a waste of space from the fucking beginning, replaced with a fucking Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard was in there. She was going to do some good, and now she's out. All we got left is RFK, and you know what he did yesterday? He went out there and he gave the pharmaceutical companies clearance to begin development of a hantavirus vaccine. So I would say things are going, I don't know, as bad as they possibly could, because we have gotten nothing of what we were promised. In fact, we've gotten the exact opposite. It's like George Bush 2 with a little bit of Obama tyranny sprinkled on there. And now they're going to come and investigate regular Americans that have America first values, like Jesus, family, things like that. That's a problem for this administration. I don't even have fucking words for how off the fucking rails Trump has gone. Trump, if you don't know about this shit, you probably might want to shut this shit down. Your greatest ally is the fuck out of hand. Israel, go fuck yourself. To the rest of you, good luck. We'll see you in the trenches. Long live the Republic.
Amen. Amen. But unfortunately, we have this.
Ladybug.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, shit. That fucking guy.
Hey, Steph.
What's up, brother?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Hey, I don't. No, that was weird. I didn't. It's all good. I shared a Facebook link. I don't know if you need Facebook in order to open that, but it was something come across the other day on the earth. It's pretty sweet. I don't know if you care to. I can't remember how long it is, but it's not too long. But it's pretty cool. If I don't know, if you care to maybe start it and check it out.
Which one? The first one or the second one? Oh, they're both the same.
It's the same.
They's both the same. Let me get this. Hold on. What I will do is I will share that. And then what I will do is I will go back over here, because I got some other funny shit too to show you. Real quick. Oh yeah. Let me just real quick show you this. You're going to like this. Ah, damn it. I did it. I did it again. Oh no, I did it again. I have to go dun dun dun. Share screen. Then I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. There we go. Remember that guy? Oh, he's taking it off, guys. Oh, well, I guess we know who was behind that. You done. Let's see here. I gotta undo that. Over here. Lindsay. What a fucking guy. He's such a wiener. All right. Now. Yeah, see this idea. This is like this thing they show on this is like, that's what I'm talking about. It couldn't be like that. It would be like a fucking blister, you know? Because if the height of it's like 62 miles or even 80 miles or whatever, 80 miles high compared to the whole spread of the earth, that's just, you know? So it would be just like, you would barely even see it from the edge. I've always been pretty good at imagining things at scale. I'll have to try to. I wish I had better artistic skills. I'm a good draftsman, but you can't really do 3D shit very good. I can't. I mean, I could do isometric views, but that's about it, you know. I need an artiste.
Yeah. I used to draw quite a bit when I was younger, but I kind of just stopped doing it. You know, other things took precedence and never picked it back up.
I knew a guy in high school that he was 2 years ahead of me. I was a sophomore, and and I quit school the next year. He was a senior, and he was really good, man. He did artwork for Heavy Metal magazine after he got out of high school. You remember that Heavy Metal magazine?
Excuse me, yeah.
Yeah. He used to draw these really cool, like, fantasy bitches with swords and shit. He was really good, man. He was really good.
It's kind of like the covers of romance novels meets metal.
Yeah, kind of.
Or rock and roll.
Kind of.
Our harmonic Earth explained. Episode 11, the electrical Earth. Now, we must understand that the Earth is not a dead rock hurling through space at unimaginable speeds. Instead, it is a living, breathing electrical machine, and the single source of a self-perpetuating power generator. The sun pumps 1.8 billion amps of current into the ionosphere, the upper layer of our atmosphere. This creates a voltage of 240,000 to 500,000 volts between the ionosphere and the ground. The atmosphere acts as a giant capacitor, storing this electrical energy. But the real power comes from the oceans. As tides move seawater through Earth's magnetic field, they generate electricity, just as a wire moving through a magnetic field generates current. Every kilometer of coastline produces about 25,000 amps. Multiply it by the 1.16 million kilometers of global coastline, and you get a theoretical maximum of 29 billion amps. The reason the 29 billion amps from the ocean doesn't create a trillion-volt atmosphere is because the ocean is grounded to the lithosphere, the crust of the Earth. Unlike the clouds, which lift charge high into the sky to create a potential difference, the ocean currents are already at the bottom of the circuit. They are moving the ground rather than charging the top plate of the capacitor. During a severe geomagnetic storm, the power being dumped into the polar ionosphere can exceed 1,000 gigawatts. This electricity flows through the ground itself, following natural conductors, mineral veins, aquifers, fault lines. Ancient peoples knew these as ley lines, and they built their sacred sites at the intersections where the current is strongest. These intersections are spaced about 72 harmonic length units apart, another harmonic of the 72-year cycle. The current returns to the sun through the auroras, those beautiful light shows at the poles. The magnetic field focuses the current at the north from the south, creating the stunning curtains of light we call the northern and southern lights, a dance of energies. The dance changes color based on which wire in the atmosphere the current is hitting. Green is current hitting oxygen at lower altitudes. Red is the current hitting oxygen at very high altitudes. Blue and purple, current hitting nitrogen. This is not mysticism. This is measurable, verifiable electrical engineering on a planetary scale. The Earth is a machine, and we are part of its harmonic circuit. Our
Cool.
Pretty
That's
dope,
very,
huh?
very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I mean, like, yeah, you just when it comes down to it, it's
Everything's electric. We
well, I mean,
couldn't
not well,
survive.
yeah, it's electric, but I mean, it's all kinds of. It's so awesome, like just everything, like the in a sense of kind of like let's just go back biblical. Unless you be like one of these, like a kid, just that awe and in wonder of life. Like, you can't enter the kingdom of heaven. And it's just, it sucks because, yeah, that is this existence. It's so awesome. And then, but yeah, you've got the powers that ain't, that I call them. And just, it just sucks that we see what is so
Well, see,
awesome
this
that
is
God's
the
made
thing.
to this. Yeah.
It's like you were saying, the powers that be. How do they? Well,
Ain't.
that
Think
what
they
I mean.
is.
From that euphemism, the powers that ain't. That's a good way to put it, because they only have power if you actually believe they do. It's your belief in them that gives them the power. You see.
Yeah, the emperor has clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
But
and
there
if
is
loses belief, which is what disenlightenment is, like when people get, like they go, oh, fuck, this guy really screwed us over. He really Catholicked us. Oh, no, that's not the term. What am I looking for? He really Methodist us. No. Oh, boy, he really Mexicaned us. No. Oh, wait, does it start with a J? Gee, I wonder why that is synonymous with getting screwed over.
Yeah, but from like what I've heard from like what your boy was sharing is they're just the money holders or the the money changers for the Vatican or
Money
whatever.
eaters. They're
Well, I
money
mean,
eaters. They're not just the changers. They're the eaters. That's why they're sucking us dry right now as we
well,
speak.
but no, like the like. But like I said, I watched all of Brian's previous lives, and so what it does seem like it comes down to, right, is like with that unum sanctum thing by the Pope, I can't remember, but Pope Bubba, whatever Bubba, and right, is the unum sanctum is like I can't remember what that was, but that they have the Pope has the whatever, it's for all souls. It's just all this bullshit. All this bullshit. But so like they made the whoever's for the control for the shiny shit, and so it's just like it's stupid.
Do they know more? Hold on. Trump administration Secret Service agent engaged in a massive shootout. Okay, we know that. Covered in evidence markers. Okay. What's the manifesto say? That's what I'm wanting to see. And it says the suspect was known by the Secret Service. I'm back on that shooting. I just found some shit on it. Oops. God damn it. The hell. Oh my God. Hang on.
I don't know, you may be able to find the manifesto on X, but
no, they had said it hadn't been released yet, at least the last time. But the fact that how do they know? I mean, right off the bat, the guy gets greased and automatically they have a manifesto. But they're saying that the Secret Service that they knew him, they already knew of him or something. Hang on.
This individual was crossing the street, reached into his bag, pulled out a gun, opened fire. Officers returned fire. What we also are told from law enforcement officials on background is that they have identified this individual based on the pedigree, the name, the date of birth. They run that through their indices, both U.S. Secret Service, Washington, D.C. Police, FBI. It appears that he is a name match to someone who is known to the Secret Service and to the D.C. Metro Police Department as a person that they have had multiple encounters with in and around the White House, someone that they describe as possibly an emotionally disturbed person who has tried to gain entrance at different gates, at different entrances, at different times, and maybe the subject of a stay-away order. But it is emerging in this picture that this is someone that they have encountered before, more than once, but never violently like this, never with a weapon, certainly not with a gun.
False flag. False flag. That's all.
You mean hoax? False
Yeah.
flag is when something happens and you blame it on somebody else. Like, this
Well,
is
they
just
are. They're
fucking
trying to
bullshit.
blame it on the left-wing trans people. Okay, when in reality, we already know it was Israel.
Yeah, but did anything even really happen?
Just
Nothing ever does, man.
there was somebody got shot. Somebody got shot. One of the a bystander, a couple of bystanders were hit.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
We
what
know
they were
this?
reporting. That's what they
Well,
were reporting. So
That's what they're reporting exactly. That's what I mean. Like, is it not just a hoax with a bunch
yeah,
of
we
bullshit?
don't even know that this person existed or that they actually got shot. We just know that there was this gunshots fired near the White House. Hell, for all I know, they could have been blanks. You know? But, you know, it's not past them to do some shit like that, even to intimidate Trump, even, you know? Look, we got shooters that are coming at the White House or whatever. You better get on board with this Iran thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next episode of As the Stomach Churns. Yeah, because
I was gonna say it's the Jay Burns, but take
Yeah.
that whichever way you want.
I think I'm going to roll off here, go in here and smoke a little weed, watch something on TV, and then go to bed. It's 1:01 a.m. That's a good sign. It's an opening through a gate. 101. All right, guys. Thanks for coming up tonight. Everybody that showed up in the chat and participated, thank you for showing up. And as we always like to say on here, don't forget the Lord loves the working man. Don't never ever. Wait a second. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Just a minute. Was there something I was supposed to show that you had or something?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Before I not
Oh, the
anymore.
Rabbi Shmuley song.
No, but you can play that if you want.
The Rabbi Shmuley. No, I better not.
Gord had put in some link earlier, but when I dropped off, it went away, and I think he might have left, so I couldn't.
Oh shit!
Get it back.
That's all right. Maybe he'll put it in the chat or
Yeah,
something.
I'll ask
or
him next time.
In the comment section. All right, guys. Don't forget, Lord loves the working man. Don't never ever trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. And it's better to shit in the sink than it is to sink in the shit. We'll see you next time. Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.